I don't care what anyone says, man. Dragalia Lost OST will always, in my opinion, always deliver in almost any and every way imaginable. Greetings, everybody. My name, as usual, is KG Prestige, and welcome once again to another exciting week of the PokePod World Podcast, where me and my pals will gather around to go and talk about the events that have transpired within this past week. Of course, as you guys already know, we got an OVA episode released and not a regular traditional episode for the Pokemon anime series, so we're obviously going to be tackling that as much as we can. We also will be discussing the recently released music video for 123, and there's a lot to talk about for that one. And if you haven't seen the video for that, boy oh boy, that looks interesting. We're obviously also going to be talking about the recently revealed Smash Brothers character and the direct that they had focused on it as well. Give our opinions as to what we think of the character overall. Talking a little bit about some video games. Of course, as you guys already know, the Crash franchise kind of got revived a little bit yet again with their recently released Crash 4 game. It's about goddamn time. So I'm excited to hear what people think of that game. I know one of our pals is probably going to dive more into that soon. So I'm looking forward to hearing his thoughts on that take. Obviously, as folks here in the chat mentioned, there was a Pokemon Direct of some sort. Honestly, I completely forgot about that. I thought it was the Bump of Chicken Direct featuring something from the Pokemon video games. I don't genuinely know what the hell they showed off, but you can tell for a fact we're going to be talking about that too. So it's going to be a fun one for tonight, ladies and gents. And yeah, let's see how much we can cover. Of course, as usual, if we have any additional time and stuff like that, you know for a fact we'll probably get ourselves into a Q&A, all that jazz, and just continue to chit-chat away and see what people have to say and whatnot. So looking forward to seeing what we're going to be discussing for tonight. I'm going to hop into the call, and yeah, let's get right into it, ladies and gents. Hopefully, this will be a very fun session. Hope you guys will enjoy as usual. If you haven't yet, make sure to follow here on the Twitch platform to be notified whenever we do actually go live. And of course, if you love to help support the channel out, we also will have the ability to subscribe to the channel to get some cute little emojis here. And I do plan on working on some new gimmicks to help those who subscribe to the channel get a little bit more of a benefit. Like we're gonna probably have some, you know, polls and probably some gameplay with the community who are subscribed to the channel and all that stuff. It's still in the works. I have yet to decide how I plan to work on all that. But last but not least, of course, before I even go any further, we also got some merch as well. If you go down to the bottom in the merch button down below, you will actually find yourself some merch to go and get for the PokePod World Podcast. Whether it be the cool cap that we got, a mug, even shirts and sweaters. Perfect time for where we are at right now with this pretty frigid weather in the fall season. You can take a look at all the merch down below. Still going to be consistently updated. I know next month in particular is going to be a fun one for November. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that. Figurines when, boy, if I ever get some figurines for Ruby and all that, I'm gonna be a happy man. But that's far later into the future. For now, I'm gonna hop into the call. We're gonna go and work from there. And yeah, let's have a good session for tonight, ladies and gents. Let me get right into it. Hello, buddy.
I'm a loner.
Oh, hey, how you doing, though? Everything all good on your end?
Yeah, everything's been great. I feel alive. That's the greatest feeling. It's a great feeling when your mind is completely clear, and it's something that I haven't experienced in several months because of everything that's been going on. But I'm really happy right now.
Dan, that makes me glad to hear. I can even tell from your tone of voice as well. You have
Yeah,
a different vibe coming from you, which is really great.
abs-
Of course, it's a
ab-
positive vibe. Always
absolutely,
positivity.
absolutely. Hi, Richie.
Yeah, hey there, Rich.
Oh, I was about to say good afternoon, good evening, good evening.
No. I think John's the only one who can ever
What
say those
happened? What
properly.
happened? What happened? The Backstreet Boys happened. That's what the fuck happened, and that's
Exactly.
and
The
the
fuck
all
back
on
what?
all of the and all of the stress and depression that had to do with that. I was not giving myself enough time to rest, and I decided to just take 3 days off just turned my phone completely off on the airplane mode and completely changed me. I feel like a new person.
Yeah, I'm once again very happy to see that you've taken the opportunity to, to just reflect and just relax your mind because it's always something
Yes.
necessary for
Yeah,
everybody
because
to go
because
through.
here's the thing. Right now, I would have been in Japan if it wasn't because of the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. And unfortunately, this time around, it didn't turn out to be the case, but there's always a next time. And hopefully, when that
Yeah.
next time comes, it shall be a
Now
blast for you.
we got some news. We got some scans from Terebi-kun, the new November issue. Originally this morning, I think Raph posted like a very bad, like the worst aliased scan that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, because I think it was just like, what, taken on a Nokia phone. I don't even know what the hell. That shit was
No,
so
no,
bad.
it looked like it was taken from a fucking razor phone from the mid 2000s. That's how bad it looked.
And yeah, at that point, a lot of us were
Sheesh.
assuming that was a
It was a
legitimate
fake.
fake, and which is kind of rare to see for the anime franchise. Normally, we rarely ever see anime leaks. Normally, it tends to be anime, or I'm not sorry, video game leaks. Obviously with fake
Yes.
mods and all that. Nobody ever thought we'd get to that point in the franchise where anime leaks are legitimately something that could potentially happen. And hey, here we are in the year 2020, continuing to surprise me every month, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so obviously we will be discussing the magazine scan a little bit. I don't think there's really anything major in it aside from some details that we've got confirmation on, and maybe even a speculation in regards to the future direction of what they could be doing with Journeys. Because I feel like Journeys is also going through that phase that you normally would say
And
TSS with Sun and Moon, where it's like that starting point where it's trying to find its
right.
calling in this.
Also in Telebikun, we also got another scan with Coco, so that's another thing that we should talk about.
Yeah, I don't know if that scan with Coco was something we've seen already before. I feel like we did because I think that also has Karen in the poster, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, which what a name to use. I know it's obviously not referring to us here in the U.S., but still.
Oh yeah, of course.
2020 is like I see Karen, I'd be like, bruh, nah. I don't care if she's a good character. That name is soiled it for her, unfortunately.
And
Yeah,
besides,
yeah. I now know how to get rid of
it's not even
Twitch.
pronounced. Yeah, but it's not even pronounced the same. It's Cotton.
Yeah, it's Karen. Unfortunately, when we just see it in letter, it's simply Karen for us. Similar to like Lily for us, it's Riri for them over there.
Really,
Yeah,
yeah.
so there's a lot of differences. Mao as well, soiled it. This is why Coco the film will suck. Nah, I'm just kidding. But looking forward to that film. Though.
Damn.
I wish we got more information on that. I think that's the thing that's hurting this film so much. I know little to nothing about this film so far, and it's also because it's pushed back, unfortunately, till late
Also, what was
2020.
interesting, what's also interesting is that Sinane, our wonderful cohort over on PM.net, she found a tweet by Shinji Miyazaki saying that he's going to be he's writing a score for something that's coming out in December. And interestingly enough, when she because she had a picture, Shinji Miyazaki had a picture of some notes on the screen,
Yep.
like notation, and she found out. Of course, she knows how to play the piano and stuff. It's actually she actually did make a estimation of what it sounded like, and it's actually in 6/4 notation, which is very odd. It's a very odd time signature. It
That
means
is weird.
Nintendo 64. That's kidding.
6/4 notes. It's 6/4 notes in one measure, which is a very weird timing. Usually, you would see either 4/4 or maybe 3/4. Some of the other common ones are like 6/8.
Mm-hmm.
But
But is
having
there something
6/4,
that we've, managed to get out of it? Is that like something that's potentially in the works for, say, Coco, or is it still
I
something that
don't
we don't
know.
know?
It's his tweet was very vague about it.
I
But
don't think it is.
Sinane did make a sample of what it would have sounded like on like MIDI, and it does definitely fit in the 6/4 time frame.
Hmm. I'm curious to see what it is that he's composing, because if it
It's
is
like
something for December, because
it's
while
like that.
theoretically this is something aligning with Coco, I get the feeling that that he would have already finished his music in advance prior to it, because if we were still to have based it off the
Um,
August timeline, you would have
not
think he would be.
Nah, I don't know
not
about that one.
not necessarily because
Also,
if
thank
you
you,
remember,
Omar, for the subscription there. Appreciate
thank
it,
you,
buddy.
Omar.
Damn, on
Not
today. Let's go.
not necessarily so because you have to remember that usually the details of the BGM doesn't get released until about 2 months before the movie.
But did they
Well,
announce the delay 2 months prior to it, or was it like a little closer to the
Um,
release date?
no, they really no. The delay was pointed out. I believe it was in like May. Actually, no, it was in April because if you remember, originally they were supposed to have the pre-orders going on in April and then delayed
Oh,
it.
you're right. Yeah, they did push that back. But at the time, I
Yes,
think we only just knew that they pushed it back to a later date. I don't think
yeah,
they
we didn't know
confirmed.
anything. Well, no, well, yeah. All they said was it was being delayed.
Yes.
mm-hmm. Yep.
They were delaying that specific event, and of course we did not know anything about what music was going to go into the movie, what BGM, what was the ending theme, because usually we find that stuff out about 2 months before the movie comes out.
Yes, that is correct.
Now, this was a very interesting situation because the music was already Taiko Okazaki already wrote the music probably before the lockdown.
Yeah.
So we already knew that, and that was announced on that in that event that we had back in July. That announced Christmas time, or was it August?
Yeah, and
It
that's
was
when we got like a little snippet towards some of the songs, at least.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure because having 6 tracks in an hour and like an hour plus movie is very bland. So I would imagine that Okazaki probably did like 6 tracks, but maybe Miyazaki will do the rest. We don't know
Yeah, they're
because they
still
can't
pretty
confirm and
hidden.
deny. I mean, the thing is that because Miyazaki really basically didn't confirm or deny this. He just said working on something that's coming out in December.
Now, let me see if
Hi,
there's any.
Tessa.
Hi there, Tasso. I was also gonna add to that, with the Coco film. Like, how long are these songs supposed to be? I've even speculated it'd be like, what if the 6 songs just ended up being like 10 minutes long or something of that sort,
No,
or
I
is a
don't think
majority
so.
ambient noises is what they're trying to go into? I'm not really
Well,
certain.
if you recall, most of Miyazaki's modern tracks have been anywhere between 45 and 90 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And most of his older tracks would actually be somewhere between 90 seconds and 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard to keep a consistent song going for such an extended period of time.
I
And
mean, if you look back at M1's soundtrack, a lot of the songs are like 2 to 3 minutes long.
yeah, even in actually no, I no actually movie 20 also had a little bit of it, but it was mainly like five,
Yeah,
six tracks that were 2, 3 minutes long, while everything else was like a minute at best.
yeah, 40, yeah, like 45 seconds to a minute.
I'm
Yeah.
still pissed off about that battle theme with Charmander and Jigglypuff that never got extended. Bro, that song is still hype.
Mm,
But yeah,
yeah.
let me see anything else from Coco. I mean, aside from the poster, which does reveal Karen and other details there, um, still
Well,
looking
it's
forward
the
to the
page
film.
spread. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just see if I can get my hands on that particular image here while we're chatting away.
Well,
Honestly, there's just not much there aside from like, hey, just a reminder, it's coming this
Yeah,
December.
that's why I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
There's really not much to say. Fine.
Yeah, there really isn't. It's just more so just updating some of the deets that we just got for Coco,
I'm
and
just
that's
waiting for the
really it.
CD at this point.
Yeah, that's that 6-track CD right there, buddy.
Makes my job easy this year.
Hell yeah. So let me see. Anything else here revealed for it? Unfortunately, not. I know we got a lot of merchandise as well that was starting to spread around, especially that one in particular for what was it, Charizard, Flygon, and whatever that other Pokemon is called. Shoot, what was the name of that one? The one with the Dreepy's final evolution, Dragapult, was it?
Dragapult. Yeah, Dragapult.
Yeah, so stuff like that. People I began speculating just for shits and giggles about how maybe people are assuming that one of
Well,
the
I
Pokemon could
did like the
belong to
fact that
Ash's.
somebody spiked Ben's drink the Sunday morning. I like that.
Who did that? Okay,
It
if
was
you're
a
talking.
woman. No,
Yeah, yeah. Now,
no.
if you're talking about the infamous episode 39.5 episode review, bro, that was a funny ass trip. I just woke up this morning, this Sunday morning, and I'm like, all right, so since there's no new episode today, I wonder what everybody has to talk about in the Annie-Po community. All of a sudden, I look at my notifications, and all I see are some shenanigans within just wildest
It's like wow.
imaginations.
It's like wow. Ben really loves Puzzledora. I'm not holy.
Yeah, like what is he talking about with all this shit? He's making me more puzzled. If anything, he's talking about like Serena confirmed. Oh, Greninjas went with Serena. Oh, somebody else caught Ash's Greninja with a Pokeball. Oh, there was 4 Zapdoses just roaming around, and it just so happened that Jesse, James, Ash, and Go caught their own individual ones. Koharu actually did shit, which I found to be fake as fuck. I knew that was the moment when I realized, oh yeah, that this is all a fake doodle right here going on. But
Bruh.
hey, listen, man, am I wrong though?
Or what about some people thinking that the planetarium thing is the planetarium show is canon? In what fucking universe, man?
The
Like,
planetarium universe. That's
yeah,
all.
I guess so. Maybe they had their face projected onto the screen and it got it burned in there and they got the irises burned out.
It's funny that comicbook.com report on Ben's journey. I don't know. That was a fake. That wasn't real. He just photoshopped that shit. He made it look like as if comic book actually tweeted about or made an article about his silly shenanigans that day. Which, first of all, congratulations to my boy Ben for doing so much shit this past month in September with the Annie Poke celebration for Ash's victory and all that. You know, a lot of great things just been going around with the anti-poke scene, and it's just nice every now and then to see less of the drama and just more of the diversity and fun, from everyone. And when everybody starts playing along as well for the humor
Or
of it, it's
how
so
about the
fun.
guy? Or how about the guy who has two first names deciding to buy a $200,000 fucking Pokemon card set?
Uh,
Right?
hey, listen, man. If I had that kind of
Stupid.
money, I would totally do that too. To be fair,
Well, wait, he can't go anywhere. He's freaking banned. Like,
what happened to the tournament? Anyways, it happened behind the scenes. Let's just say that.
yeah,
Yeah, everybody saw it.
it wasn't a pub. As far as I know, it wasn't a public tournament.
Yeah, I don't know if he's ever going to upload those at all. We'll see what happens later, but he does have them with him. I also actually recorded a lot of what is it, Among Us playthroughs I've done with Ben and the other crew in our Antipoke community guild thing, which is
Or
hilarious. I would love to upload them. I'm just gonna see if I should
or,
because I haven't. To between us guys, I never actually told them I record any of that shit.
Among Us, or as one Reddit post said, gaslighting your friends.
Let me see, KG. How much have you spent on Genshin?
Yeah, that's a number I'd like to know too.
Okay.
Undisclosed amount.
Now, yeah.
Redacted.
Listen, man.
Redacted.
You guys have no idea how much I wanted to spend on Genshin, but guess what? PayPal isn't an option, so they saved me and my wallet this time around. The moment that they open up PayPal, though, that's going to be where the story begins. But since PayPal is not an option to spend some shenanigans on that game, I can't really do it. Although I did spend $5 on that wishing 30-day thing that they had, which is like the starting point for the game. So yeah, KG gonna use all his Twitch money. What Twitch money, man? I don't make that much funds here.
No, he's spending too much of his money on that spunky cute pistachio ceiling cat.
Yes, Pusheen. I love this adorable cat. He's over here to the side with me, just chilling with his cute little summer floaty and everything. KG's wallet is the biggest victim of 2020. You say, I spent money. I spent like $50 on Dragalia merch that unfortunately I didn't pay attention to the fact that it's still stuck in Japan because they can't ship it out yet.
Well, yeah, because Japan Post still isn't shipping anything out.
Yeah. What about Patreon? I do have a Patreon. It exists. It's existed for roughly 3 years or so now. 3, 4 years. I've actually made it during the starting point of it. I never did anything with it only because I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that sort of thing with Patreon. I
Well,
mean,
it's also to be fair, KG. Remember, the whole freaking channel shutdown happened, and you were originally going to do that, but then
Mm-hmm.
you had to
yeah,
start from square one again, and that's one of the main
yeah.
reasons why.
Fuck you, Susan.
Yeah, so all that, happening and everything. What about OnlyFans? Oh, listen, we'll talk about that behind the scenes on now. But now regarding, all that, obviously with my channel shut down, like even the merchandise, the stuff that you see right now in the merch shop, like these were things I've had initially planned to have started around the month after March, which unfortunately the channel shutdown happened on March because I initially planned to have opened it during my birthday that month with some merchandise and stuff. So that never really came to be, unfortunately. But that's perfectly fine. YouTube's just sort of died on me lately, and especially because I don't know if you guys noticed. If you don't follow me on Twitter, recently I got my ass handed to me by YouTube yet again for a thumbnail. They actually sent
Yeah.
me an email saying we removed your thumbnail for being very actually let me go read this shit because even they said we think it violates the law or violates the rule or some shit. I'm like, wait, you assume is what you're telling me?
So basically,
Hmm.
you've ended up like Morrowind. Stop! You are violating the law.
And I'm
Stop.
expecting just Bewares just coming at me. Fucking Bewares, man, I love them. Let me see if I could actually find it. Here we go. A thumbnail was removed from your channel.
No, it's not repetitive shit, man.
The following videos have been flagged for their thumbnails, and as mentioned, we removed your content because we think it violates our community guidelines. It's like,
Wait, they think?
yeah, they
Like,
think they're not 100% confirmed. They're just
they're
like,
not
no,
even
we just
100%.
think.
They're not even 100% sure. Oh, they're like the guy in the White House. All right. Oh wait. He's
And you know
not
what the thumbnail was? It was the thumbnail for the Ash and Guzma fight. I'm like,
What?
there's nothing wrong with that. It's
There's-
literally a picture of Ash and
What?
Guzma.
Okay.
The
Okay.
algorithm again. Algorithms.
I'm like, man, YouTube.
You will not stand for this.
See, it's shit like this that keeps
Yeah.
me from trying to go back to YouTube, man. Because it's like anytime I try to do shit, I
mean,
always
Can I
will
get
get
a
my
fuck
ass handed
Susan
to
in the
me.
chat?
But yeah,
Here's the thing. It's like, wow, and they want to improve freaking machine learning. God help us. That machine learning is failing, man.
maybe they start thinking you had BL FKG. Yeah, it took them a full year to realize, ah, shit, this man's posting BL in my YouTube Christian server. Hell no. Nah, but yeah, so YouTube's just sort of died on me. Unfortunately, if you've noticed, I've not posted any single content on my YouTube channel at all whatsoever. Thank you, Lightning, for the host. Appreciate that. Because uh, God, YouTube's trying to be an asshole with me.
Fuck
It
that
just
platform?
sucks. It really does, man. Like I've tried so hard to bounce back up, and I feel like I've genuinely did, especially here in the Twitch community. I think the Twitch community has really become my new home here, and I'm very happy for that. But I also understand that I know a lot of people here might not always be able to see the whole podcast through, and I want to give them another option to go and watch our shows outside of this. So I've for the past couple of months I've been reworking on all the podcast sessions that we've done for the PokePod World podcast. And this is still in the works. I have yet to really confirm any of this yet. I'm making a brand new YouTube channel specifically dedicated for the PokePod, not tied into anything of any of my content that I've made in the recent KG Mundial channel. That's its own like small little stuff right there. The PokePod channel is mainly dedicated just to have all of the PokePod content in one spot. So that way you don't have to try to shuffle through various different videos on my channel, because my channel can tend to be fluctuating from Pokemon news to video game content to PokePod stuff and all that. So I thought it would be a smart decision to keep all of the PokePod podcast sessions in one place and keep them concise there. So that's my my idea for what I'm doing. Like I mentioned, I've been doing that behind the scenes for the past couple of months. The biggest issue is just mainly uploading 60 something sessions of the PokePod onto that channel, and it's taken a while, especially because I have to re-edit them all again to remove the
Yeah,
intro,
and
you know,
also you
where
got
all
to
the
add those
music plays.
thumbnails.
Yeah, the thumbnails as well. The thumbnails are very simplistic. They're nothing really extreme or anything. So thankfully, I don't have to really work on that. Will there
Yeah,
be
but
ads in
your Ash versus Guzman video didn't have anything bad in that thumbnail, and that shit got taken down. So
Listen, man, this is just me trying to figure out how the hell I'm supposed to work with this shit. Now, somebody says, will there be ads in your YouTube channel? Here's the answer to that. Hell and no. Reason why? If they find out that I'm back in YouTube again, you do realize they're going to just kick me straight back out, right? Because I'm theoretically not supposed to be on YouTube anymore once my channel got deleted. I'm supposed to have been wiped off the face of the earth at this point from YouTube. I'm not even supposed to have a channel right now. I mean, hell, there's a perfect example right now. Many people might know Killer Keemstar, obviously, from Drama Alert. Theoretically, he's not supposed to be in the channel. Yeah, first of all, yeah, screw that. But secondly, he is not supposed to have a channel anymore. He doesn't. Drama Alert is not his sort of thing. It belongs to somebody else. It just happens to have him included in it. So he found like a bit of a loophole regarding all of that. So in a way, I'm trying to also work around that shit, because if YouTube's gonna act this way towards me, then might as well just act that way towards them too by doing shit I'm not supposed to be doing on the channel platform, you know. So yeah, this is what I'm saying, ladies and gents. Like, I'm going to create a new channel for the PokePod dedicated to nothing but just the PokePod content itself. I want you guys to always have the proper place for you to watch every single podcast from the PokePod World podcast, as well as re-uploads of the original PokePod sessions that we've had for the PokePod R, because I still have all of those with me. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing there. So it's going to be like a mixture of the PokePod World Podcast, and then, of course, the traditional R stuff that we've done for a few years now.
Notification.
Repeat that again?
You're going to see the notification.
Okay. Yeah,
he
so...
probably resubscribed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see anything pop up for
Nailed
me.
it.
But yeah, so, you know, I'm just curious to see what's going to happen. I'm curious to see where we're going to take the direction for PokePod. I do want it to continue to grow. I'm really loving that the PokePod has become a home here on Twitch. You know, to gain such a huge traction, 60, 70 usual viewerships for these kind of things, to hear us ramble for reviews, discussions, debates, all that jazz. You know, it puts a genuine smile in my face knowing that people still love to see us here every night to just tackle things and even react and just have fun. I love shit like that.
Because we are the cure for the common Poke podcast.
Exactly. And, you know,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have big plans obviously coming as well for all of us here. Everybody has their own dedicated Twitch channel as well. They're all trying to also create their own individual goals, you know. But we always come back here to simply have a good time every Monday nights. And I hope you guys are looking forward to whatever it is that we plan to do moving forward. The PokePod World podcast channel on YouTube is going to be something I'm looking forward to enhancing and making it an overall more fun experience for everybody, because the more people know about the PokePod World, the more people will come over here, and the more the community will continue to grow on a day-by-day basis, man. So that's all I ask for. I only ask for this community to continue to grow, to continue to love and care for each other, and to continue to thrive for the anti-poke scene. It puts a genuine smile in my face knowing this time in this era there are more anti-poke content creators out there on the platforms, whether it be here on Twitch, whether it be on YouTube. That makes me so happy. I love seeing the anti-poke scene continue to grow, and I hope it continues to grow, because this is such a very minor but yet lovable community that deserves to continue to grow on a week by week basis. And seeing new faces mixed in with the old ones, and even some in between, shine anew, it's so great to see. So, you know, obviously the new faces, the old faces, and everybody else, I'm just happy for everyone, and I hope, you know, it
And the
continues to
old
grow.
farts.
Yeah, the old farts. That would be, I think,
Joe,
yeah. The Elysium for poke fans, right? Anti-poke fans at that, you know. So, yeah, you know,
Yep.
once again, we always love to thank you all so much for tuning in every single time here with us. And, of course, always supporting all the other or any poke content creators on YouTube platform as well. Whether it be our boy Entity Maze, Lumio's trainer Zach, Treeman One, Goggle Master, all of our other great pals out there that we have. Shiny as Zorork, there's so many great ones. And
Pokéraf.
yeah, Pokeraf. Well, actually, it's kind of sad. I forgot about him. I know it's supposed.
Every,
I know it's not supposed to be a
everybody
trend.
forgets about Raph.
I'm
Every
sorry,
single
I didn't
person.
mean to.
Whatever.
I
Keep reading
didn't
the
mean
script.
to. I legitimately forgot. Poor Raph. Shit. I'm like, wait a minute.
Whatever.
I'm like, who the hell am I supposed to be talking about here? I know there's Zach. I know there's Ben. Who was that other dude, though?
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. I'm so bad with this. But yeah, listen,
I will
Raph.
never forget my Charizard brother.
Yeah, see, that's the only reason why I remember him.
Yeah, exactly.
If he didn't have the Charizard, would you really remember him, though? Well, it's genuine. Debatable, exactly. So, the fact that you even had to think that, Richie, is the idea that
No, I
Raph
didn't have
can't
to think
suffer
about
through
it.
that.
No, not at all.
But yeah, so obviously we have so many great, wonderful folks here, and the anti-poke scene continues to thrive on a monthly basis, week basis. I don't care, but it makes me happy to see. I love shit like this. Whatever happened to Chornik and DJ? DJ is still hanging around. In fact, not too long ago, I played with DJ and anti-poke crew some Among Us before we came here for the pod night.
And I think Chornik is still caught up with his work.
Yeah,
because
Chornik
he works by two jobs, so that man is dedicated.
Yeah, listen, man, I ain't gonna bother Chornik. The man is living his life and he's doing what he wants to do best, and let him be. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen. I always told him, if you ever need something from Uncle Rich, you know where to find me.
Yeah, and where's Dane? Dane's on Twitter. He's also streaming every now and then whenever he wants to. But of course, with Dane, he just sort of gave up on the platform too because, similar to me, he also sadly suffered through a lot of strikes and
his
YouTube.
channel got fucked.
Yeah, so
some sad shit.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. A lot of us had to sadly take the L during the earlier parts of YouTube, and not many of us were able to bounce back off of it. Hell,
listen,
I don't even.
My original channel. Let me bring this up real quick. But
yeah.
My original channel, I made it 2007. It went all the way up to 2010. And I got taken down because of copyright stuff. And what do you know? It has to do something with the Pokemon anime. Wow, who would have guessed? Even 2010, they were still robbing these kids.
Well, here's the thing. I had my original YouTube channel taken down in 2008 because it had a copyright. It was a commercial. It was like a little break in a German game show, and they were playing like a 1-minute snippet of YMCA, and I got destroyed. I got destroyed for that. So that's when my second channel came up to be. But like I said, I'm not a YouTube poster. I mostly posted like game shows on that channel, and then once like Buzzer was announced, I took everything down pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but mostly, like I said, I never viewed YouTube as a platform to really stay on. I was, like I said, more of the IRC guy and web guy and the guy who would go out and promote in like conventions and things. So that's what it was.
You know what also bums me out thinking about it now? Yeah. Next year was supposed to have been the 10th anniversary for my old channel. I just remember that because I made it back in 2011. Back then, when I started trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do.
I am kind of great.
I made my first YouTube account back in like 2006, and bless that person.
They said bless you.
I forgot when mine was made. I know it was 2007.
Yeah, it was early 2006 because I remember I still remember having screenshots from that summer, so I definitely did have the account. I had it all the way up until October 2008.
Moreno, first of all, I know you from so long ago. In fact, I actually have this mail you sent me. I don't know if you remember, Moreno, but you sent me this mail, this envelope of what was it? A fanfic that you were working on.
What the fuck?
And I have that shit still here saved in my cabin right here. It's still saved. I've never fully had the opportunity to read it on stream yet. It's still there, though. It's still something I love so much because it's so rare to own something like that somebody made. But I do recall, I believe Moreno sent me that fanfic, and I need to get the chance to one of these days read it out loud. Also, hi Tyrone there, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, are you busy playing your gotchas, which is why you were taking so long?
No, I was eating dinner. Then I came
Oh, I
home.
thought you were killing bugs again.
No.
Okay, but the whole thing is that I think everybody. I still remember when PM was the only website to even report Sunday, because not even Joe was reporting Sunday on Cerebi until
Yeah, I remember that. That was weird at the time, especially
Yeah,
when he started
because-
doing it.
yeah, because originally when we launched PM.net back in 05, May
Mhm.
14th, 2005, circle your calendars, 15th anniversary was basically that. We were the only website to cover Sunday up until like 2006,
Mhm.
2007, because when they actually made the announcement for Diamond and Pearl, that's when other websites actually started to give a fuck. So,
Mhm.
just to be here and that long, being able to see how the community has evolved in the last 15 plus years, some for the better, some for the worse, but to be honest, I mean, I'm glad to just be here. It's a great meeting of the minds. It's like the Hall of Justice, except with less buildings.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it's amazing how we've even almost decades later, or a decade later, I should say, a lot of us still stick around together as a community. I mean, like I mentioned, there are so many names here. I still recall, like I mentioned before, Moreno. In fact, he responded saying, "I remember. I haven't forgotten that. I'm surprised you kept that fanfic. I thought you would listen. I never throw shit like that away. Whenever somebody,
I'm in my fucking 30s.
Yeah.
Dude, come on,
But
man.
Jesus is old man. Come on now.
Damn.
Damn, man. I didn't realize being 30 years old is now considered being old. old, man.
Technically.
I know, but it's like we're approaching that. And I'm scared.
Evo, I didn't see. Yeah, you said that about 5 seconds after I said it.
Some of us 30s. I just said 30s kick.
Curse
Okay.
you, stream delays.
Yeah, stream delays gets us every time, man. But
Wait, what's your stream delay for this channel?
7
second?
seconds.
Or 1
7
to 7
seconds?
seconds.
Okay. Okay.
About 7 seconds.
All right.
Yeah, it's nowhere near as bad as like the very big gap that you
Oh,
get in
shit.
YouTube.
Onion.
YouTube was like fucking 65 seconds.
Dude, it was like a minute sometimes. It was so hard to even
Holy
communicate
shit.
with the community back then because it was like, boy, if we try to do anything.
Yeah. The fucked up thing is that Lightning is 1.5 days younger than I am.
I still miss the days where we would have VCs on JPR servers. I mean, we still would do that. I know now recently we began doing community night now, and I would love to continue doing that, of course. Especially now that we're in the fall anime season, I do want to touch
Yeah.
upon the new anime for fall 2020. There's a lot of good shit, especially one I've been anticipating for a while now. The High School of what was it called? Shit, I forgot because they just came out with
High
their
school
second.
of shit.
Yeah, High
Well-
School of shit. It's like
Of course, one of the things that I'm looking forward to is October 12th. Osomatsu-san's back for the 3rd season.
I forgot that they were having a 3rd season.
Yeah, they announced it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I
That. I thought the
actually
movie
need
was the grand finale.
No, the movie is actually a prequel.
What?
Yeah, the movie's a prequel.
I haven't seen it yet though. I
Yeah. Well, it's on Crunchyroll.
Nice. Well, I'll show off my
I'm gonna
plushies. I'll show off a
actually
plushie
watch.
then.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually watch the Osomatsu-san movie this weekend, just out of just to watch it because I haven't watched it yet. But yeah, XY's 7th anniversary.
Happy something anniversary, X
Man,
and Y.
Steph,
Happy 7th anniversary.
Woo!
Happy
Wake me up
7th
when it's the 10th
anniversary
year.
to the generation that made me jump to Yokai Watch.
And then question why they decide to do the change for
You know what they call it?
By the way, I'm gonna say this now as well. This week's episode, or was it? Yeah, it was this week's episode of Yokai Watch Jam. Not gonna spoil too much, but one of the evil alien
Oh,
girls that
shit.
are like
Aw.
idol. That's like an idol. Makes like her own country, and then you see freaking Vladimir Putin, Chairman Mao, and not Mao. What's Li Jinping? You know, the fucking guy from China, and
You mean
freaking
the
Trump on the same fucking episode. And I'm like, wow, you know, shit's fucked up when you have a character meeting with like all the evil world leaders. That's when you know the shit's down. To be fair, though, Yokai Watch has done this a couple times before. They did it with like Obama, and they did it with Trump on the second series, I think.
Mm.
Yes.
So it's like it's not uncommon for Yokai Watch to like take a nod to like world leaders, but it's like it's really kind of funny just to see it like now, just to see all of those world leaders just come up to this random like idol girl and just evil idol girl and freaking shake hands and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah, well,
Yokai Watch Jam. Watch it.
yeah, you should actually. The last like 6 episodes really got me hooked again.
Nice.
This
need to catch
latest
up.
arc, yeah, this latest arc is really fucking good.
Oh yeah, there's also the final season of Attack on Titan, which is also going to be bonkers. Although, from
Yep.
what I'm told, it's done by a new studio, or a different studio than the one that worked on the original Attack on Titan seasons. Because I believe Attack on Titan is very strenuous for the people. I mean, you look at the animation on that show, man. It's insane. Even till this day, like the original first
Yeah,
season
it's been
still
pretty
holds on its own.
consistent. Yeah.
And by the way, I realized that I said like two Chinese chairmen that are dead. So so
Ooh.
I didn't even remember. Yeah, it's the guy that looks like that one Disney character.
The last season won't be a two-parter. Speaking about anime though, from the fall 2020 season, I'm curious, chat.
Yeah.
Like, what are some good fall anime 2020 shows I should watch this season? Because last season, summer 2020, was actually a very good one for me personally. I had a lot of good ones. Uzaki-chan. There was, of course, the Misfit of Demon Academy. I swear to God, you guys have to watch it for the mere fact of this, like, I feel like this character that they introduced in this show, the main protagonist, is a far better character than Saitama is from One Punch Man. I'm just going to say that right now. He's
Damn.
OP, but he's a lovable OP kind of character. I'll just say that right now.
And the Inuyasha one is another one.
Oh, yeah, the spin-off.
It's,
That is true.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet,
somebody posted on one of the discords. It's like, who fucked Sesshomaru?
Who fucked Shishomaru?
Well, I mean, that is a good question. Who did do the work is what I need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting until it gets dubbed. I'm weird.
It's not going to even be with the same staff, right? Like the same people.
That's worse.
I mean, it makes sense. It's been a long time since the original Inuyasha.
That doesn't mean anything.
And also, it's not even with the same cast anyway. Well, majority of them anyway.
Well, that's still.
Yeah, that's the one, Magic High School. That's the one I'm excited to see. The new season of Magic High School. In case you didn't know, they, in my opinion, created one of the best ending songs, in my opinion, for an anime ending for Magic High School. Because, in case you didn't know about this for Magic High School, the ending anyway. Oh my gosh, she busy sneezing in the background. There is a song that's called Mirror. And in case you are unaware of who is the one that did that song, it's done by Rei Yasuda, also known as the person who was responsible for doing the song Tweedia from the Hoopa film. And that song is so amazing. Listen, if you haven't listened to Mirror by Rei Yasuda, you have to listen to it. It is genuinely my favorite song from her. She's so goddamn good in that song. It's such a beautiful song.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of music, last week we had a TV Tokyo Fall Festival where there was like 100 artists being being displayed.
Really?
It was like a 4-hour concert.
Damn.
And in that we have three notable performances. Number one is we have a live version of 1, 2, 3.
By
by
who?
uh, Kirisho and Yamakawa-kun or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the
And
ones that are the ones that did
yeah, the ones
Double.
that are in the current one. So in that version, it's really funny. You might have seen pictures of it on Twitter, where you just see like Pikachu with freaking guitars and freaking the Pikachu trying to bang freaking drums and guns and like fake stuff. But what really is interesting about that, it's like Kirisho did not have a good night at the office, basically. Um, he was singing like anywhere between a half and 1.5 semitones flat. So Nishikawa-kun was fine in his parts, but Kirisho was like off key. Like he accidentally hits like an F4, a flat F4 when the intended note is supposed to be F sharp, which is not good. Hitting halfway between a B flat and a B is not good.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not a good performance. However, then you go about 45 minutes later, Puffy Amayumi does a four song medley, and they were able to stay in key while walking through the studio down fucking stairs outside, and they were able to keep timing in key and walking through obstacles and shit
While singing.
while singing.
That is some fucking diva shit right there. That is incredible. Holy shit.
Yes.
First of all, I haven't heard that name in a while. Secondly, I'm happy they're still around doing shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah, 20. Yeah, next year's gonna be 25th anniversary. They're still going. I saw them last February, 2019.
Here we go.
Because they had the 20th anniversary of Jet CD. So I went to see them in concert. Yeah, they never left.
that makes me happy. I always thought they were one of those like niche artist groups that just disappeared off the
No.
face of the
They
earth.
had their
after
own
the 2000s.
TV show. I remember that.
Yeah, they're still there. They still do stuff. They still do
Make
concerts.
a
They still do
spin-off or a sequel to that show, damn it. It was so good back in the day.
Mhm. And also, I believe another one that did a song. I think was what the fuck is that? They did one of the more recent Pokemon movie endings. Let me just look at it real fast.
Are you
here.
talking about, what was it? The one with the nasty name?
No, I don't think so.
Mm,
Hold on one second. I'm
Porno
gonna-
Graffiti? I was thinking.
No. It's not porno graffiti.
Let me see who
Um,
else was it then.
That's not a nasty name.
It's
like-
pornography.
So?
Pornography.
We're all stenographers.
That's just telling you what it is.
Don't worry, you'll get it.
It's not showing the fucking pornography.
But
No,
it's pornography.
No, it's
Okay.
porno graffiti.
Well, no, it's a joke.
I know.
Let me see.
That's the joke, TSS. Don't point out the joke.
That's the joke, guys. Come on now. Let me see here that I got.
Well, actually, I could actually go through here and find it.
Was it a
Ikimonogatari, and they performed Yell from 2009.
Wait,
They
you mean,
performed that.
is that the one that no
Ikimonogatari?
was that the one where they did the Smile song?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that's for the Mewtwo film, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was that
16, yeah.
Igao. First of all, that song is beautiful. Secondly,
Egao.
but another thing as well is they are a great group. If you haven't heard some of their songs for like other anime shows, they do wonders, man. I'm just gonna say that right now. But yeah, let me just double check real quick. Bluebird. They also did Naruto Shippuden's opening. I don't know if you recall. Yeah, yes, mentioned Bluebird.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, that's the one. There you go.
Well, actually,
that one's good.
It actually did two songs. Ikimonogatari.
Also, they did For Your Lie in April too, if I'm correct.
Ikimonogatari.
And if I'm, let me see if there's anything else as well that they've done. But yeah, Bluebird was one of their more famous ones, of course, for it being tied to Shippuden, and then going and doing for Pokemon with Smile, or Egao, as you mentioned. So yeah. Oh, they also did if I recall correctly, the Seven Deadly Sins first opening.
Huh, cool.
Yeah, Netsujo no Spectrum, I think it was the name of that one. I don't want to think about your line, April. Too sad. I never seen that show yet, or is it a film?
It's sad. It's a show. It's sad.
Oh man, that makes me that means I have to binge watch it all. All right, let me see. Anything else that I'm
Watch it
forgetting?
in April.
Yeah, you want me to watch it in April?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, listen, man. I haven't seen a lot of shit. I haven't seen what was it called? What was that? Madoka Magica, whatever it's called. I haven't
Madoka
seen Madoka Magica. I haven't seen that one. I haven't
I
seen.
heard Burn the Witches is pretty good.
Yeah, isn't that the one that's done by Kibe, if I'm correct? The one that did
Yeah.
Bleach.
I think so. Tai Kibo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen that. There's a lot of animes I still need to watch. I haven't seen Clannad still till this day.
Clannad? Oh, Clannad's good.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Angel Beats. I mean, there's a lot of shows.
Angel Beats is good.
I don't know when
I know that Clannad fucks people up. So
Yeah, Clannad's sad.
Hey, listen, man, this is a perfect opportunity for me to go and react to these shits and then have it filmed on me.
KG, I wouldn't binge a bunch of sad animes at once. That's not healthy.
that's like that's
Hey,
like
listen, I need something to tear me up. Nothing has teared me up just yet. Not
yeah, but you don't want to watch all those. Watch them in like in intervals. Like watch a sad one.
I ain't gonna binge through that shit all in one take. It's like
No. Watch a sad anime and then watch something stupid like on the same level as Nichijou, something dumb.
Oh,
and
if you
then
haven't
watch
seen
something
Asobi Asobase, I think you should watch that, Tyrone. It's beautiful, that show.
I'm saying watch something sad and then watch something stupidly funny to cancel it out.
Watch Violet Evergarden, bro.
Yeah,
Violet Evergarden has one of the most adorable openings and tragic openings.
right?
Oh God, that show.
I haven't heard that name in forever.
That's gonna be long.
Bo.
Clannad will rip you up if you binge it. I did. It was a bad idea, lol. Inuyasha and Yasha Hime are both animated by Sunrise, the studio that animates Gundam. They also actually animate Gintama, so Gintama is also another thing to keep in mind as well. But yeah, so I do intend to watch Clannad at some point in the future. Maybe it will be one of my shows I'll binge through at some point. And then after that, we'll go to our traditional anime watches of the season. But I don't know. You guys let me know in the chat if you like Angel Beats. I mean, that's also another one I still have to watch as well. Yeah, so just a lot of fun things for the anime scene. But it was interesting that you brought up music though earlier, TSS, only because I thought you were going to be referring to something else that came out around that time.
Of course. You're talking about the official video for 123.
Exactly. So let's talk about the official music video for 123 while I get a picture or a screenshot of this man's ass, and we'll have that be the background image while we're talking about it. So let me go work on that. Also, another exciting news before we get into that discussion. J Balvin just announced a collaboration with McDonald's. Anybody here remember trying out the Travis Scott burger that they had for McDonald's?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I did.
So J Balvin is doing another thing with that with McDonald's, where it's like literally a Big Mac, some fries, and a McFlurry. That's pretty much it. There's nothing special. The only special thing is that the
dogs will not eat it for you.
Yeah, for sure. They're not happy. Also, pickles are not in the Big Mac, so that's what I know.
Boo!
Well, actually, I
approve
of that, but I don't like the mac sauce either. So
I don't like. I like pickles. So
yeah, I love pickles. Apparently, there's like a trend with that thing where it's like, oh, you're gonna still find pickles in your Big Mac. Also, what's going on with my dogs?
Well, also technically, you're still gonna have pickles because it's freaking the
mac sauce has pickles in it.
What the hell is that mac sauce made out of? Holy shit!
It's a Thousand Island.
Yeah, a Thousand Island dressing. They won't tell you that, but that's what it's made out of. I worked at McDonald's. I know.
Oh, okay.
Even the dogs.
Even the dogs are infuriated. Pickles.
The dogs work at McDonald's.
Wait a second. The clip has it. Spotless, perfect peach ripperonis.
I gotta go check on these mutts real quick, so I'm gonna go take care of that. TSS, would you like to go and explain that magnificent music video, I guess.
Okay, so first of all, this is going to be very interesting because they actually are going to release a DVD of this. We're actually going to get a physical copy, I believe, if I remember correctly, or am I thinking of Gasha? Maybe not, because since we got the full quality of the 1, 2, 3 video, I don't think they have a digital release. I have to double check because honestly, I haven't. It's like, hey, look at this guy. He's supposed to be on a podcast and be very, very like prepared for everything, and he's not. Well, I'm not.
God forbid.
I don't think anybody asked you to be.
That's true. I mean, we're never prepared. You know, we ain't that professional now. We ain't getting paid for this shit. But no, this now I want to be very clear when I say this about 1, 2, 3, the music video. It has nothing to do with Pokemon, and I know this because if you look at other videos that other artists have made, like Shokotan, like you go and look at Dory, has nothing to do with Serena, has nothing to do with the anime. It's just her covering herself with fucking chocolate. Like, yeah. So I mean, in a chocolate bath and shit, and like, okay, yeah. Also some of the pictures that she posted on Twitter recently, where she freaking goes crazy for Yamper and freaking Reboot ass. That's another problem in itself. So this music video, it's pretty interesting because there's like a backdrop of like Spain randomly.
Okay, I am back.
I don't know
guys.
why. Yeah. So I was getting into the point. I was actually getting into the point, KG, that this music video completely separates itself from the anime because
hell yes.
The anime. Because like I said, with Shokotan, her video on Dory has nothing to do with Serena or the anime, where she just covers herself in fucking chocolate.
that one is something to remember for sure. I'm just
and so is this one where you have freaking
but see, I'm remembering it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, you have freaking what was it, Nishikawa-kun just freaking like tans the fuck out of his body, and then he has another one of his protege, the one that you see towards the end of the video, where it's like no shorts and you just see bare ass, like no tan at all. And that was somebody different. But the thing is, though, you have to remember that bare ass in Japanese culture is accepted. It's not really accepted here because it's fucking weird, but it is there.
Yeah, that's why in Dragon Ball, Goku's ass was shown a lot in early Dragon Ball.
Yeah, like I said, bare ass is a like a common thing. I mean,
it's a comedic thing, too.
I mean, yeah, it's a comedic thing. Also, in freaking in Yokai Watch Jam, and freaking Jinpei keeps fucking pulled down Montaro's fucking pants, and you see fucking like what was it, the frog undies and shit. It's a fucking gag. And also, you have to remember that they come from a culture where they have like onsen and freaking public bathhouses where they have to freaking bathe naked and stuff.
Oh my god, I was given this just for anyone who's having a bad day. I was given this link. I don't know what to say to it because it has a / not NSFW / part on the link. But people in the chat are saying, "Oh, it's safe." I don't know what to think of this. Why was I sent this? Look at the
you were meant to see it actually.
I don't know what's gonna happen. What happens if I click it though? It says when I click the link, you know what it only shows me? It shows me a button that just says "Trust me," and that's it. And he wants me to click that button.
Open it incognito.
I'm so scared.
Anyways, while you take care of that, I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
You know what I'm actually gonna do? Hold on. I'm gonna go look for that video for 1, 2, 3 real quick because I want to try. Oh wait. Hey, look, we got a new image for Antipoke stuff just now. Look, they actually acknowledged that Gash has other Pokemon in his team. Holy shit, who would have thought?
Wait, what?
Yeah, look at that.
Come on, is this gonna be a legit image or is this gonna be like reaching?
No, this is a legit image. Here, let me just let me fit to screen this in. Here we go. There's the image right there. You see, come on. You see Gengar. You see Dragonite. They actually remembered.
Oh, you mean those folks? Okay, I thought you meant his. Sorry.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they actually acknowledge that these Pokemon exist. Holy shit!
Because I've said this in the beginning, and this show has proven me right. Actually, Gengar and Dragonite are nice Pokemon. They just don't fit for Ash, and this is pure proof. This whole series has been pure proof because he rarely uses them. And I was like, that makes sense because they don't fit Ash. Not saying they're bad Pokemon. No, heavens, no. I'm glad that he got them in some sense because they're strong mons. But that's also not an excuse to not use them. Some people have been making the argument when we brought this topic up. Oh, it's because they're already strong mons. He doesn't need to train them. That's a horrible excuse. That is all. If that were the case, he wouldn't train any of his other mons. That means he wouldn't need to fucking train Greninja and X and Y. But he trained with Clement and Luxray every time. So
yeah, but he didn't. Yeah, to be fair, he didn't get a fucking Greninja until like fucking episode. Like,
no,
even X Y again.
No. I'm using that because it's a recent example.
Yeah.
Freaking no. Even when it was a Greninja, it still trained against Clement's Luxray. They trained a lot, actually. Like, most episodes would actually start with Ash and Clement training. But that was kind of like their morning routine. But I'm saying, like, just because... Oh, or hell, we'll use Sun and Moon situation. Like, Ash had strong Pokemon on that team, and he still trained them, too. Like, that's not an excuse. That's not a viable excuse. Oh, they're already strong, so he doesn't need to train them. What?
Hey, I never even said that. So it's like
no. It's comments I see.
Yeah, but then again, though, like I said, those are the same people that think the planetarium special is freaking canon, and you know where they can go.
Yeah, you would like if anything, like Ash's whole. That's one of the reasons I actually like Ash as a character. If we just subtract the fact that he's a main character for a second, it's one of my favorite traits of his. Ash, it symbolizes growth. Like a Pokemon that otherwise, and I want to say this started in AG. This theme started in AG. He takes a Pokemon that otherwise wouldn't be shit and raises it to be shit. Actually, the best example is Diamond and Pearls.
Diamond and Pearls with that one grassy boy, I assume. He who shall not be named.
I mean, he got him to Torterra. He got Turtwig to Torterra.
Yeah, but was it even any good at that point? It should have just stayed a Turtwig.
Well, that's because I think the show was writing for something, and they ended up changing directions with Chimchar. Because it's very clear Ash was meant to have Turtwig. I've seen
a crane move a physical like building crane move faster than Torterra.
Yeah, but the point of Torterra, the point of Torterra, it wasn't supposed to be fast. Torterra's not known to be a fast Pokemon. It's a giant tortoise. But I think the Ash was supposed to adjust to Torterra's battle style and learn how to be defensive. But unfortunately, they fucked up their own writing because Ash was supposed to have Torterra, Paul was supposed to have Infernape, and Pip, and Dawn would just fuck around with Piplup, I guess. And they were supposed, like, even the advertisement started off with that. It showed Ash with Turtwig, it shows Paul with Chimchar, and it shows Dawn with Piplup. And then they fucked that all up. But my point is, Ash is supposed to represent growth. He takes a Pokemon that's weak normally and makes it, like, dangerously powerful. Or at least allows it to accomplish what it needed to accomplish. Like Gumi, for example. Gumi wasn't shit before Ash showed up.
Hey, does anybody remember that Christmas episode number? The one where Go went to go to his parents' house. What was that episode
15.
number again?
15.
15? Okay.
Yeah. 15.
So I'm gonna do something.
Episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little something because I mean, why the hell not? We're just having a little free ball time this month. This week, I should say. I thought it'd be a little funny to do this. So
actually, while we're doing that, maybe we can also show the folks out there couple of pictures that caught my eye in the last week.
All right. So here's what I'm also going to do as well. Let me just turn this off here real quick.
This and this.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, chat, just to let everybody know, just for shits and giggles, because I don't know how well this might actually look or not. It'd be hilarious if it turns out funny. This is one of the official images that was used for the music video for 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try to screenshot that image where Ash is singing with that spoon and go doing the dance from the first opening of 1, 2, 3 and see if I can actually slap that into this. And because I mean it's time to pass the time, man. I mean it's nice to just do a little silly doodle for a bit, you
The
know.
blonde-haired guy, he looks like he's about to get hit with Max Rockfall.
He is, isn't it?
I mean, at least he's preparing himself.
Yeah, he's gonna look stylish while doing it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look stylish while you're dead.
Okay, so let's have a little bit of fun with this. Now, TSS, you said you sent me something here real quick. Ah, yes, ass. That's
You
something.
sent me ass, thanks.
Yeah, he sent me ass, guys. I'm not kidding. He actually sent me ass. I don't know how to feel about this, man. But I'll explain it right now as I show the picture here. In case you're wondering, Shokotan, it's hers. It's her character. It's her personality. And there's a reason why she's considered the queen of JoJo fans. Because she wants to get spit in the face by Yotaro of all people. There we go. But yeah, I love how Shokotan is always like this kind of personality, and everyone just seems to love it so much, man. She's such a great person.
What the actual fuck?
I remember actually on one of these pictures, somebody commented in Japanese, Shokotan's broken. Yeah, I'd say so too.
Yeah, I think everybody in the community knows that at this point, but it's just like, you know what? Well, let's just roll with it. Okay, guys, I'm going to play the episode now. You're going to hear like a 2-second audio clip. I apologize for that in advance. There we go. We don't need that music. Copyright shit. There we go. We turned that shit off immediately. All right, there we go. Turn that shit off. FBI, open up. No, God damn it. Let me see if I could find the image I'm looking for. Okay. But anyway, is there anything else you guys in the chat would like for us to discuss? I know we haven't talked about the, what was it?
Smash.
Big Steve
Smash,
coming home.
Yes, Smash and Crash.
Big
So
Steve
let's talk a
coming
little
home.
bit about Crash, why don't we, real quick, for Richie? Because
Wait, what? What?
Yeah.
We're talking about Crash.
yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
I want to
okay,
talk
look.
about that after Smash.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay, well, I guess it also makes sense because I assume you also want to talk about the fact that Crash isn't in Smash as well.
I mean, it's whatever. But I'll explain my case.
All right, then. So, in case you guys aren't aware of yet, it was announced that last week, Steve from Minecraft
Big Steve!
and Alex as well are going to be joining the Smash scene. Also, that song is so fucking beautiful, man. I love that song.
Technically, two of those guys, for those that are confused, two of those guys count into one slot. Just like how it's Banjo-Kazooie into one
Wait, I think
slot.
they all are a part of the same character slot, aren't they?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're all skins of each
Some
other.
people...
Yeah, they're just skins, yeah.
I'm only putting that as a disclaimer in case people get confused as to, oh, what, Steve and Alex took 2 spots? No, they only took 1. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, essentially, they've been doing that a lot recently where a male character has a female counterpart character. Or in Wii Fit Trainer's case, vice versa. Female has a male counterpart.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's so good. I love it.
Or, yeah, they did it with Byleth, actually, so, yeah.
Let me see.
And and they did it with
good.
Pokemon Trainer in this game. That's right.
Do I
yeah,
have
of course.
anything
I
else
get the
open?
Pokemon right.
Yeah, Leaf is in Smash now, because Red and Leaf. Yeah, so
Jesus.
who has actually played Minecraft here out of this group?
Oh, I've played it for almost a decade
Okay.
now,
Well,
man.
technically, I'm trying to
I-
get you guys to play it.
I
have
haven't. I just have not seen anybody else.
Minecraft came out at a weird time in my life where I was deep into college, and I knew I wouldn't have the time to do a whole world building game, so I didn't play it.
I personally
I
never got into Minecraft until a little later on, which
I
was
think TSS said it. 2014, I believe, is the year.
2009.
Oh, 2009.
Yeah,
it's been out for a while.
The first version of Minecraft.
I guess I didn't hear about it until it started blowing up on stream.
Yeah, because originally it was like in beta,
Oh, okay.
and I played the game for a total of 7 minutes, and I said, "Fuck this game."
Also, yeah, I was knee deep in high school. I
I was the same thing. Like when I started to play, I was like, "Fuck this!" But then when I started playing the game with friends, which wasn't until like at some point last
Yeah,
year.
2009 was PC, and it was also on Java. It was also running Java, which was why
I realize it's a lot more fun if you play it with friends and
didn't even know you
friends
could
that actually
play it
cared
with
about
friends.
playing it.
I didn't even know you could play it with friends because I thought the whole thing was you. It's just you building your own world.
people don't understand also that Minecraft was originally written in Java. That's
How do
why.
you even
I knew
play
that.
it? How do you even play it with friends? Now I started to think about it.
You create a
And
server, and then you
You
guys
create
all
a
meet up
server,
in
you
the
just
server.
divide them over.
And everybody can just just build stuff in your
Yeah,
world.
build stuff, create
Yeah,
stuff, even hunt the dragons down and enemies down together, craft diamond armors, all that shit.
Yeah,
It depends on the person itself. If you want to take the time to invest in creating your own house, you can do that. If you want to take time to go and visit the caves, you can do that. If you want to make a farm and build your own garden and create a village of your own, you can do that. It all depends on the person.
Yeah, now see, the disclaimer is that if you really are interested in kind of creative with your mind, of course, then Minecraft is probably the game for you. But again, it's not just something that you can just apply immediately. It pretty much requires like a certain amount of dedication to make those realities happen. I know for me, real quick, in my friends' server, I made this humongous house. Well, not that huge, but it was a humongous house of like just more than just an ordinary house. It kind of looks like a castle in a way, and the layout was just kind of complex. But I put a lot of time and dedication to it because I was really interested in making it happen. And our houses are in like this certain type of well, not certain type. It's in a certain block of area where we made all of our houses. So it's sort of like a neighborhood within the inside. So in a nutshell, it pretty much just takes a lot of dedication, time, and creativity in order to make it work. Otherwise, you're just not going to be very interested in playing the game, even with friends. So there you go.
Cool.
You know, go ahead.
Go ahead, TSS.
No, I really don't have much to say because I haven't spent a dime on DLC for this game.
How much does Minecraft cost?
20?
Not talking, yeah, but I'm not talking about Minecraft. I was talking about Smash. But
I know. I was just asking.
I think. Let me see.
because I know
originally
it was $15 before Mojang sold it off.
Yeah. And then, of course, now owned by Microsoft here, it's a little bit more
I
costly.
see. There's a starter collection and a master's collection. The starter collection is $30. The master collection is $50. Holy shit!
I don't remember being.
Game that originally costed fucking $15.
Really?
Yeah, man, look at that, Tyrone. You got to spend more now.
Yep.
Why do you have to spend more? I guess because they've added more stuff.
Yeah, that is true. They've added a lot of things.
Well, and also they've rewritten the game engine a few times.
Yeah, they've basically done scratch stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, because basically when 2009, the game was originally $15.
So for the people
was cheaper.
So for the people that did play this game, which you being Richie and KG, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do you think that from what we saw in the announcement and from the show off, because I actually woke up and caught it, I didn't even.
I'll be honest with you. I did not really see the showcase other than like the images and videos we got on Twitter.
Well, basically, I'm just gathering this all everything we saw.
Right.
From everything we saw, do you feel like Steve was well represented as a fighter? Like, one of the things I've always looked at in Smash is what Sakurai's trying to do is that he tries to implement a little bit of the source material of that game into the character that's in there. That's why we got so many goddamn gimmicks in the bottom corner of the screen when you choose your character. For example, Shulk has the Minato like symbols and shit. And then you got the KO thing for Punch Out for Lil Mac, and you got the damn what is Crash? Not Crash, sorry. What is Banjo Kazooie? He's got like the little feathers.
Yeah, the little feather meter.
Yeah, so there's a thing, and then I know Minecraft has a little meter too. Do you think their character well represents the game's gimmick?
You go first, Kevin.
Yes, 110%. In fact, to the point that it is now broken, the game entirely. From what the Direct has stated, he had to rework all 100 and plus stages, and that also includes Final Destination and Battlefield mode stages as well, to work with Minecraft Steve and Alex from the game. He had to make it possible.
Exactly?
So if you've watched the presentation, you'll know that Steve is able to put some blocks down on the ground. And in those
Yeah.
blocks, he can land on them and stand on them and walk around on them. In fact, while you're standing on them, you can also add more blocks to your path as well. To the point that if you
So
say,
sort of like a train.
no, in fact, you can even add blocks in midair that have no ground. You can place up, like, let's say you get lunged all the way to the left, right? And you're about to get knocked out. So if you have materials to craft a platform, you can create a platform preventing you from falling down and also giving you a spot so you can do another double jump again and get back to the main battlefield arena. He's so broken, he can actually block Pikachu's up B from actually getting back on stage
Oh,
by creating
fuck.
a brick wall or a dirt wall and preventing
yeah.
Pikachu from actually going through. You can also
Ah,
create a
got
platform
him.
as well while your opponent's character is recovering. You can create a platform at the very bottom of the stage, land on that platform, and then down A it and cause the opponent to go even further off stage. So there's shit like that you can
Sounds
do with your
busted.
opponent. He is super busted, but the only issue is that Steve, unfortunately, is a very what's the best word to say, close combat character. You have to be really close to your opponents to even do anything with this character. If you're
Right.
not close enough, you will not be able to do any hits at all whatsoever. Can we talk about the pink square? Are you talking about the restrictions where the square is where the platforms are unable to go any further than a certain point? I think it's like 6 by something. I didn't really pay much attention to detail on that part in particular, but yeah, the fact that you can build any block at any point without needing to be tied to a ground is absolutely ridiculous. You could put a block in midair. You're not supposed to do that in Minecraft. You can never do that in Minecraft. You can never put a block in midair. It always has to tie to another block. But in Smash, you can do it in midair perfectly fine. Also, square Kirby. That's also another thing as well, chat.
Right.
Square Kirby is the thing. And I'm assuming you've seen all the fan art of Square Kirby.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the Direct, I'd say, did a fantastic job representing Steve, representing the Minecraft franchise, and it being a love letter. I think the thing I'm most excited for the most with this whole thing is just, is he going to be the one for me? Is he my DLC character choice here? And I'm so excited for that because I'll be honest with you guys, when Steve got first announced, I chuckled a bit and I laughed about it. But then the more I think about it, the more I genuinely had like that heartwarm tingle in my heart because I'm like, wait a minute. Holy shit, I've played Minecraft for almost a decade now. This game has impacted my life growing up, and now I can have Minecraft Steve duke it out with Mario, Snake, and all these other opponents. Like, that's actually a dream come true that I never thought I needed. If myself that was from 10 years ago had seen that during the time that I was really high into Minecraft, he would have been flipping the fuck out.
That would have been during Brawl, right?
Yeah, it would have been during the Brawl scene. In fact, a lot of people have been
Shit.
asking for Steve since Brawl, which is crazy. I'm just amazed. I think this is a solid addition. They made the right choice with having Steve and Alex be in the game. And for a Minecraft fan, yeah, this is the best way to represent the character. I think Sakurai did this character justice. The only issue is I know many people might not be big fans of the OST selection because they didn't actually choose any songs from the original Minecraft game and remixed it. They actually chose music tracks from the spin-off games such as Minecraft Dungeons, to name an example here. But of course,
Really?
that's also where that one Smash song you really enjoy, Tyrone, Haaland, was remixed and used in the
Yeah,
trailer.
I heard it. It's dangerously slow in the original version, but the sped up version remix is
The
real
thing that
good.
makes it so perfect, Tyrone, is because Minecraft's main musical theming ties to a piano.
Yeah.
It's always the piano piece. So the fact that the person responsible for making that remix understood that the piano has to be the one in the forefront and be the one that can be recognizable easily, then yes, I think this person did an amazing job with the remix, man. And I can't wait to see who was the artist responsible. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out to be Yoko Shimomura with this one. she's always delivered. And I mean, if she does the remix for that, boy, that's gonna make me excited because you got to think about this. This is one of those rare instances where Japanese musicians are now producing remixes of Minecraft songs, man. And that in itself is crazy. So yeah, that's my take on it. You guys can go on ahead now
Jingle
and
jingle dog in the back.
and yeah, but yeah. So go on ahead.
So I like one. It does get me. It's just like with Persona 5 when Joker was announced and everybody was hyped about it. While I'm not a giant Minecraft fan, I am interested because I did. Even when Minecraft came out, I was curious. I was just knee deep in school and I didn't have the time. But I was always curious of Minecraft to a point where I did want to at least try it out. And I guess since Minecraft is technically relevant again, and I'm not saying it never became irrelevant because obviously hardcore fans are going to be knee deep into it. But I'm saying like now that it's become largely popular thanks to Smash, because that's one of Smash's jobs. Smash's job is literally to bring light to a franchise that otherwise either was popular already or fell into obscurity, which is why I'm going to transition into this next thing, and then Richie will probably take over from there. That does give me the incentive to want to try Minecraft for a stream to see how this game exactly is. But I know Minecraft's one of those games where you have to commit. Like, you can't just play it for a couple of parts and call it a day.
No, it is something you have to commit 110%.
Essentially, because you're building your own world. So
yeah, you gotta put time. You gotta put time into it.
Yeah, so I know it. That's one of the other reasons why I haven't considered streaming it. I want to stream it at some point to see what the tie-in is, and maybe in the distant future, maybe when his character comes out. But TSS brought up a really good point here because I know a lot. This is the big split that a lot of people had when it came to Steve being announced. I heard a lot of people were happy and a lot of people were upset, which whenever a character gets introduced in Smash, you're going to get those two reactions anyway. They're literally the only two reactions.
Right?
There's literally no... I mean, there is sort of an in-between reaction, but you'll never see it more of any other time.
Yeah. I, like TSS, have gained a level of indifference to the point where, like, that's the point of DLC, though. If you don't want it, don't buy it.
Although, if you bought the season pass, good job, buddy.
Yeah, don't get the season pass if you don't want to.
Yeah, I didn't get the season pass because I knew there were going to be characters that I didn't want. I grabbed some characters.
But do you like it, though, Tyrone? Did you have an incomplete game, though, at that point?
Well, for me, yeah, there's characters I'm missing from this pack right now. The only character that I downloaded from that first pack were Joker from Persona, because I was actually legitimately interested in Persona. Mm-hmm. I'm getting Terry Bogard at some point. It's gonna happen. Just let me get the money. And who else? And Hero from Dragon Quest, because I am a Dragon Quest fan. So that's the only ones I cared. I didn't grow up with Banjo, so I didn't get Banjo. And yes, for those who care about a full roster, I can see why that would be important. I guess for the weird situation if you invite your friends over, and they want to play with all the characters, that's fine. Problem is, I don't have enough people coming over playing Smash to justify that, and most of the friends I play with on Smash Online are you guys. And if you guys want the characters you want, then you can go
pay them separately.
Right, you go buy.
Exactly, yeah.
But Tyrone, the OCD of not owning all the characters, though.
Yeah, I get it. But I'm saying this to those who are legit upset that a certain character shows up in the game. Like, oh, I'm mad that.
Oh, Tyrone, I don't know if this is going to be based off what happened this week with one particular person in the Smash community. Who went off really nuts. I don't know if you actually know about that, Tyrone. Do you?
No, go ahead and give it.
Okay, there is a new... Well, there is not a new, but there is a content creator out there. I'm not going to say his name. I think many people might already know who it is. Who actually went so into a rage fit that he started saying that if you're that kind of person who ever wanted to have Steve in Minecraft, you are mentally ill.
Oh my goodness! See,
it's shit like that. It's like saying you are mentally ill. Your parents have failed to raise you properly. All that shit.
It's just a game.
That's way too far.
It's just a game. Like I said, TSS took the best attitude about it because it was very similar to what I would have said. If you don't want the character, then don't get the character.
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't
no
getting
one's
him.
putting a gun up to your head. This is the exact same problem that people had with Byleth. In fact, Byleth's split was worse. I think people were
Actually, Minecraft is like 90-10%, where Byleth was like 100%.
Yeah, Byleth was pure 50-50. Either you loved it or you absolutely
No, you know what's funny about the buy review real quick? You know how like you see the videos at the Nintendo New York store, and you know how like all the other ones were like you can't hear the video, people are loud
going
and cheering.
nuts, yeah.
Yeah. If you see Byleth's video, you can still hear the fucking video, which means the reception was pretty shit.
Yeah, people were more excited over Cuphead than they were about Byleth, man.
And I'm just like weirdly, I was more excited to see Bomberman in that damn thing. I was like, Bomberman!
Oh yeah, and Travis Scott. I mean,
Travis from No More Heroes.
Boom.
Yeah, some people were actually pissed about Travis.
Yeah, they wanted to see Travis in Smash. Well, theoretically, he is in Smash now. So
no. It's not that they didn't want him to Smash. It's more so of how he got into Smash.
Yeah, he's a fighter. He's a meat fighter.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate, but whatever.
But like. I was just like, well, then I'm not going to get the character. I get it because I don't care about having a full roster. But even those who want a full roster, I mean, you're not going to use the character, so who gives a shit? Like, no one's forcing you to play the character day one you buy it. You'll probably just test it out, go, that's nice, and then never touch it. Even the characters that I got, I barely touched except for Hero. I played Joker for a couple of times, and I was like, not my style.
You need to do more Smash community play times, man.
Yeah, I played Joker for a while, and I was like, not my style, and I put the game down. So I don't see the need to get this angry about it, especially considering that, for me, Smash hit the ceiling a long time ago for me. So Smash was like now it's not really become a game, a Nintendo game with guests. It's video games, who's going to show up next. Like, that's all it's devolved to for me. It's just like, I can't wait to see fucking. I can't wait to see the left square and what's that damn game, and Cubert show up for Smash. Like,
the L square from Tetramo. There we go.
Right, like everybody.
Tetramo.
It's become less of I'm having fun playing Smash, and then we get a surprise guest out of nowhere to. Speculation videos and guesses on who you won, and it's like people want so many characters in the game now. It's become less about the game and more about who's going to show up, and then you're going to pick up the character, play them for like 2 or 3 days, put them down, and we're never going to hear about it ever again. So tell me, with all of that being said, why should I care? Like, give me a reason to actually care.
I think people fail to forget what Smash is all about, man. In my
Ridley
opinion.
in the game, yeah, I was gonna say people wanted Ridley and bitched and moaned
part of that year.
Yeah, people bitched and moaned about Ridley being in the game. You want to know how many Ridleys I've seen online?
12.
Not that much, actually.
No, barely any. No one uses Ridley. So what was the complaint about? So what? Like, what were you getting so upset that really didn't make it in Smash if you weren't even gonna fucking use them?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Smash without bitching, so.
It's just like, people want Waluigi. I know the split second Waluigi's gonna show up. Some pro players are gonna be like, no, his moveset's trash, F tier, and nobody's gonna fuck with him again. So why do we care this much?
You know what it is, Tyrone? You probably already said it, but it's more so of the community just doesn't really know what it wants. They may say, we want this, but I'm like, are you sure that's what you really want?
I can tell you the first few weeks of Smash when it came out, Ridley was playable. Everybody was hyped. And then, hey, what's up, Saul, by the way? I can tell you the first few weeks, we got Ridley. Everybody was like, Ridley's finally in the game. And then what ended up happening? Everybody used Pichu.
Hell yeah. Pichu.
Including myself. Everybody
of course.
Everybody used fucking Pichu. So what exactly are we wanting? What do we want? Like, that's the true question of Smash. Like, can you really get upset with a character roster as big as Smash and you're like, Steve's in the game? Bleh. there's still like what 3 or 4 character slots left to fill, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
around like 3 to 4.
Nice. Good job, KG.
Hey, there we go.
There's 3 to 4. So don't get upset if the character you want isn't in there yet, because 1, we still got time, and 2, like we still got rosters.
Well, yeah, that's why for me it's like when I saw the reveal, I was obviously disappointed to not see my character,
Crash.
which is Crash, not making it into Smash. But I gave it like a few hours, and then afterwards I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. It doesn't matter. Because I even said before the reveal, which I've said in Discord messages, so if you're in the JPR server, you can literally go and see it. But I've said to the community that, hey, even if Crash isn't the next fighter, I still think he's going to be in this pass one way or another.
You know what's so hilarious? A lot of us kept assuming because Crash's game came out in the last few days, and then of course with other games being so close to when it was announced that they were assuming that that's going to be the next DLC character. Nobody thought about the fact that Minecraft Live was literally 2 days away from when that Smash reveal was going down.
Yeah, people were going nuts, and I saw the tweet where Sakurai was just like, "It's about time," and I'm like, "Nope, it's not going to be him. Nope." I literally said in the chat too, in our group chat, I was just like, "Don't bait yourself, Richie. Don't bait yourself. Don't bait yourself."
I mean, it would have made sense though. Crash did have a new game coming out.
Oh no, listen. It would make sense, but at the end of the day, I just didn't think they would hit that iron. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, they went for that Minecraft iron instead. But another thing though that also made me think about it too, Richie, is I also forgot to think about this for the discussion. You know what was another big important thing, and I also tweeted about it too? You could tell that this was supposed to be their big E3 reveal.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you mentioned that.
And I was thinking to myself, is Crash really E3 worthy? And then I'm thinking, not really.
Honestly,
I mean, he's big, but
want...
he's not E3 big.
He's an announcement before Minecraft gets announced.
Yeah, he would be announced before Steve. Like he would be the little appetizer before.
He would have been he would have been.
Which is sad to say about Crash, because Crash deserves better, but like that's genuinely how I think.
Technically he is doing better now. So
yeah, thankfully he's living, unlike another franchise who has.
He would have been Minecraft's opening act.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he would be the one to get everybody hyped, and then after that, Minecraft Steve would come in and split the community in half. But yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, it can't be Crash. I don't think Crash was E3 worthy, but Minecraft Steve though, yeah, that's big. That's huge. You got to think about this. This is the best-selling game of all goddamn time. Of course, it's gonna be in Smash. It was only a matter of time. And I think that's why Sakurai said it's about time, because it was a long time coming. In fact, an article came out stating that Minecraft Steve might have been in the works, or might have been in discussions to have been in Smash for 5 years now, which is around the starting point of when Smash Ultimate was in development. And it could tell you that just like them, they've been really working hard at trying to make Smash Ultimate not just be a video game that is a fantastic party fighting game, but, and this is something I stated before, Smash hasn't become just any fighting game. It's become a video game that pays respect to gaming history. It's about legacy. It's about importance. It's about what got us here to this point in the franchise. And for Smash and for gaming as a whole. This is a superstar cast right here. You will never get to see something like this happen ever again in the history of gaming.
No way.
There will never be, not even future Smashes will ever be able to touch upon what Ultimate did.
That's funny.
I assume future Smashes would always just have to have this type of roster. There's
no way. It can't be.
Can't
Sakurai stated he knows it's going to be impossible to bring this cast back, especially because Tyrone, you got to remember, we're talking about third-party characters.
Good Smash game, unfortunately.
No, it's not his last game, but it is a game that I know those third-party characters are not coming back.
Yeah, I said the last.
The licensing itself is the clusterfuck. That's the whole thing. The problem is you have so many third parties, and you have so much red tape And I'm really surprised that Sakura was able to do it this time.
Right, exactly.
And I don't think those can't really be negotiated. I mean, realistically, then he would have to figure out how to distribute the royalties instead of just having them like, for the most part, most of the third party characters are DLC.
Mm.
So at least there you can at least get a little bit of, like, let's say, a sharing of the profits of the DLC as opposed to just on the game itself.
Yeah.
So it's a huge amount of crazy stuff, legal red tape. Japanese copyright law is very, very finicky.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
So, I guess, like, with that being said, I know how many slots are there left for this DLC?
You said, well, there's like 3 to 4 left.
Yeah, I said 3 to 4, but I don't know the exact number.
You know what? Let me look it up.
Yeah, go check it out, Richie.
Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's 4? Okay. Oh yeah, okay. We still got plenty. Wow, this game's got stopping power too, by the way. With that being noted, we still got 4 character slots, and Smash currently has like how many characters in it?
Probably around like 80 or 90 at this point.
80 something now.
Yeah.
It has to be 80, yeah. Okay, it says 74, so we're close. 74.
Yeah, so basically 4 more slots.
Oh, wait. Are they counting 74 plus the 4? Are they also counting like alternate skinned characters like Leaf and Red? And I don't know.
Pretty sure
I'm just looking.
Because the Echo Fighters are counted as a character.
Yeah, but I'm talking like characters. Echo Fighters are like Metroid and Dark Sam. Wait, Metroid, Samus and Dark Samus. But those two take up 2 individual slots. But then you got Bowser Jr., who takes up the same slot as like Ludwig von Koopa and all those other Koopalings.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's the exact number or not, but I know there's 4 characters left, and people are hoping for certain 4 characters to be unlocked. And I'm just saying, like, don't get too upset if the character you want isn't in the game.
Ultimately, the problem is nobody. The odds are too low to figure out what character that you want. I mean, everybody wanted fucking Goku, but you can't have that.
Well, no, because it's not a video game character.
Yeah,
not a video game character, and also encroaches rights of other things.
And Sora's kind of sticky because
you also have to keep
in
this
fight with Disney at that point, and that's one Nintendo versus Disney. That's one fucking money grubbing conglomerate.
Oh, you want my character, huh? Oh.
Well, that just means that if you thought the court system was backed up now,
yeah, Disney. I think Disney and Nintendo are like 2 of the biggest fucking money hungry conglomerates on the face of the planet when it comes to entertainment.
Yeah, I agree about that one.
Yeah,
but no. Here's the important fact I wanted to point out too. Because I remember there was an article back in January, which was basically when they announced this same exact fighter pass, the one with Min and now Steve and Alex. They said in that article, well, directly from Sakurai, that basically the characters that they are gonna put into this fighter's pass have been in development for a while, anyways. So, and plus, remember, Nintendo basically gave him a list of those characters. So they could easily change their minds and be like, you know what, let's take this one out and put in this one in. They can easily make that decision, but we don't know that. All we know is that Nintendo gave him a list, and he's basically putting in the characters from that list. I mean, if you don't believe me, look at the first Fighter Pass. That was a perfect example of the fact that those characters came from that list. And now, I guess supposedly for this Fighter Pass, from that same list.
Right.
So they already determined who the hell is going to be in the game. So
yeah,
I guess they're determining which one will be less of a legality problem. Like how? I mean,
yeah. I'm with Richie on the thing that he said before, where he's like, the next characters are going to probably wind up being Nintendo characters.
No, actually, yeah, because the reason why I say that is because because think about it. The first one was a Nintendo character. This one was a third party. So, and I feel like just based off of that, I mean, I could be wrong. It may not be a Nintendo character, but just based off the trend, I feel like it possibly could be a Nintendo character. But here's the reason why it may not be. And I'm basing this off of seasons too. Because Steve was revealed during the fall season, and Min Min was, I believe, revealed around the spring or the summer season. Either one of those two. But anyways, the next season is obviously winter, and that begins, I believe, in December.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's fine. I believe it begins in December, and it goes from December to February. Now, the important event in December is the Video Game Awards, which is still going on despite the pandemic, and it's going to happen December 10th. Now, the reason why I don't think it could be a Nintendo character is because I would feel like if you're going to announce a Smash character at the VGA Awards, it might as well be another third-party character. Because obviously if it was going to be a Nintendo character, you would just have another fucking Nintendo Direct.
Or not Nintendo reveal, I guess.
Nintendo reveal, excuse me. So I'm willing to bet that the next character reveal could be that event. Now, of course, I could be wrong. I could be full of shit. But I'm just basing it off the fact that, hey, Joker was revealed from that same exact event, if we all remembered that one. So it wouldn't be that far out to assume that, hey, the next Smash character is going to be revealed at that event. And if not, then we probably just have to wait until next year, like January or February. That's it.
You know what I'm also hoping for? Because if it is going to be Crash, I hope that the person who reveals Crash is the guy in the Crash suit.
I will die.
Dude, it would be beautiful.
He just comes up and goes, "Hey, mustache man, plumber boy, your time has arrived."
And then they crash, smashing the Smash or some shit like that. Because you know how when they reveal the character, they come up with like those fucking nice phrases, and then afterwards.
Well, actually, that's only in America. That's only in the West. If you
go in the West,
because if you go into Japanese, it just says character Sanjo or appears, enters.
Mm-hmm. There's no little extra text.
Well, technically, Donnie Arts, two of those amiibos you're talking about are technically already out. It's Hero and Joker, actually.
The other ones were confirmed for fall 2021. And I understand why.
I mean, I get it, but why do I have to wait till next year to get my Banjo?
I know, man. An officially made Banjo figure by Nintendo in the year 2020 plus onward, man. That is mind-blowing.
I mean, it'll happen regardless. But no, anyways, that's the end of my speculation.
Sell out, yeah.
Yeah, that's the end of my speculation. I feel like the next character could possibly be revealed at the Video Game Awards, and if it is at the Video Game Awards, it's more than likely, I'm willing to bet, a third-party character. Now, who that third-party character may be, I don't know. But at the end of the day, that's where I think would happen. And if it's not going to be that event, then I feel like it's just going to be next year, and it could just be a Nintendo character.
Yeah, the Game Awards has to be third-party related at this point. And it has to be a big one to garner being at that thing. Because if it was Joker, you got to follow that up. You know what I mean? That's a big follow-up.
I feel like in that case, not to be biased, of course, Crash could be one of those characters. Or even, not even Crash. Maybe, who's another popular one? Maybe, Spyro's popular, but not like...
No, Sora.
Oh, Sora.
Oh, God, no.
Hey, listen,
Sora's one of those choices, yeah.
Also, quick question, KG. What key do you hold down on the free select tool to actually allow for the free select as opposed to the points? Is it control?
Nothing. I'm just using my mouse and it's just moving it.
Wait, TSS, do you use GIMP or Photoshop?
Well, this is GIMP.
This is GIMP, I know.
Yeah. But what do you use, TSS?
Well, I started using GIMP too.
Okay, I use Photoshop.
But wait a minute. So you're actually holding down the mouse button and that traces it?
No. See, like right now, I'm doing it manually.
Yeah, it makes anchor points if he just.
But when you go in when you go to the free select, because I saw you like draw that. I know.
Yeah, here we go. See the free select right there. That's what I'm using. If I want to make like a swirly line, let's say for example like this. This is something I have to hold the mouse to make that little.
Yeah,
curve.
he's got to build those bullet points.
Yeah,
KG
but
is a lot less picky than I am because I would be making bullet points all over that bitch.
oh, to be fair, I'm only just doing this as a quickie, so that's why.
Yeah. I am very picky with bullet points. I'll put bullet points, anchor points everywhere to make sure that I got a precise image.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Yeah, that way you can't. That way it's a clean cut.
Yeah.
I
don't worry about that.
Speaking of that does look clean.
Yeah, it still looks clean because KG got the overall important outer lines, but like TSS and me, we fucking. I bet TSS anchor points almost every few inches, like because I do the exact same thing. That way, I have little to erase.
There we go. Now let's.
That way, by the time I'm done, I can just erase the little like outside because you're gonna get some that are out of place. Like it's not gonna come out absolutely perfect.
Yeah, like here.
But you will have to like even now I can see some of the imperfections on KG's, but that's a human mistake. He's not a robot.
Yeah, but that's also something I could just fix on my own as well if I.
Yeah.
Actually, someone asked us in the chat. Since I'm kind of done with the topic, anyways. Someone asked us. Speaking of the video game awards. Do we have any? This might be too early to ask, but do we have any game of the year award predictions?
There were games this year.
For Genshin Impact.
I was gonna say Genshin Impact.
That's the only game of the year, baby.
No. What do we have this year actually? Oh yeah, you're right. It has been kind of dry. It's been mostly remasters and shit.
Exactly.
Because of the Backstreet Boys.
It's mainly been remasters, man. Like there's Final Fantasy VII, which is a remake. I guess Animal Crossing is gonna win this year because theoretically.
Yeah, I would say Animal Crossing. I don't even play Animal Crossing.
Can you imagine the shit that will happen on Twitter when that gets announced?
I see what you're doing. You're actually adding.
He's making an outline.
Yeah.
Few pixel outline. Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, I'm only doing this just because as you recall, I'm slapping it here in this image. Here we go. So there we go. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's actually a nice alternative if you want to like make it fit. You make the outline. I do that sometimes. It looks like a black stroke.
Right? There we go. Look at that beautiful image right there.
That's what the effect is. It's a black stroke, but it's a light black stroke. So
because what it actually does is it actually
he's reaching out his hand.
No, there we go. Look at
that. What it is that it actually makes it look clean as opposed to having a hard edge because
because those
hard edge.
Those look weird and they also make the picture look out of place with the image that's in the background.
Yeah, for real. There we go. That's why I'm just trying to fix it right now so I can have Ash and Go just be dancing over here in the silence. Because I did say that's what I was doing.
Rotate it so you can cover that guy's leg.
Don't worry. No. I'll just clean it out right now. Don't worry. You can just like...
some people are saying...
effect, actually?
Yeah.
Some people are saying Ghost of Tsushima. However you pronounce it.
Ghost of Tsushima was this year? Yeah, it was this year. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was this year.
I forgot. It was so early in the year. That's probably why.
Unfortunately, yeah, that was the case.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't really have one, but that's because I don't really know what really came out this year, so I'll have to take a look. But when it gets close to that time, then I'll have a better idea.
Yeah.
That looks horrible.
I can't.
Shit, meaning that came through with
it does look a little blurry.
Yeah, the thing is though, I would just. Well,
you can texture match it. You can texture match.
Can I actually? Let me see.
Yeah, just copy and paste the texture from the background.
That is true, actually.
Yeah, I'm figuring out why you didn't do it.
To be fair, I thought I could just get away with
it. Yeah, you tried to be lazy.
Hey, listen, man, lazy can work sometimes.
Yeah, it can actually. Well, for this, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, just copy and paste the texture.
There is Cyberpunk, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Wait, Cyberpunk didn't come out this year.
It's coming out in November, though.
Oh, I thought it was getting delayed.
I thought it was confirmed for November, from what I was told.
No, it got delayed though because they weren't happy with the combat system.
Yeah, that's why I said it. Probably coming out. Yeah, look at that. There we go. That looks better.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
That's perfect.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, I see. I've been photoshopping for like 13 fucking years, so I knew a little something.
Oh my god, beautiful.
Yeah, that looks so much better. Oh my god.
Well, technically, I just went to their Twitter.
Now
Tyrone,
do the same thing on that guy's fucking shoulder.
I know, don't worry. I'm just thinking.
What you said you went to Twitter?
yeah, I went to their Twitter and they said, see you Night City on November 19th.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's coming out this year.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
I remember seeing that tweet a while ago. That's why I was bringing that up at the time.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Spider-Man game. Yeah, the one with Miles Morales. That's still not.
That's coming out when the PlayStation 5 comes out.
Yep.
So yeah, that'll be coming out.
Essentially a launch title. Yep.
So technically, yeah. So technically, we will get a Spider-Man might wind up winning Game of the Year. Like might pull a last minute.
I wouldn't be opposed to it really.
I wouldn't either. I'm getting Miles Morales, but I'm getting it for the PlayStation 4. Not getting it for the 5 because you guys have convinced me getting the PlayStation 5 this early.
I didn't convince nothing for that.
Getting the 5 this early isn't really worth it.
No,
not at all.
Yeah, I never buy consoles the year they come out.
Listen, man. When the PS4 came out, like what, 2013?
Shit,
right?
PS4 come out. I forgot.
2013.
2013.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I got it. I didn't even get my PS4 until fucking summer 2015 after I graduated high school.
Oh.
You could be like me and just never get it at all.
Yeah, because literally I got
my 2014.
I had my PS4 held me over for a while. Then I sold it, and then I was able to just live on until that summer when I got the PS4.
That's a lie. I got my PS5. PS5. I didn't get my PS5. I got my PS4 2015. There we go.
Do you know what time in 2015?
Probably a birthday or a Christmas gift.
Okay, well, I guess that's later in the year.
I want to say it was a Christmas gift, actually.
Yes, Hitch, it does come out 2019. That's what we're talking about. No. You're talking about the base Spider-Man game. Yes. It's just a sequel, I guess, comes out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in terms of that going, there's no real opinion. Like you said, there's no real opinion I have for Game of the Year because, like KG said earlier, barely any games came out this year.
That, or we're just not too familiar with some of the titles.
Oh, if anything, if we're not familiar with some of the titles, that kind of further proves the point.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then at that point, it's like, oh, we couldn't think of any real titles for it because nothing of importance came out. Watch like Lego 2020 came out this year. Fucking
shit.
But
another Lego movie adaptation game.
Right? Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Get Out Lego edition.
Shit, wouldn't that be some shit?
Right. But so I don't really have an opinion on it. Well, I was gonna ask, what about the Crash 4 game? And how did that roll with you so far?
Well, let me put a disclaimer, and this is probably gonna maybe I don't know. We'll just see how the people react. But first of all, the plan was to originally play it because obviously my order of it got delayed until the following day. So basically, since the release date was on the 2nd, which was basically Friday, I didn't get it until the next day. And obviously, I popped in the game, was planning to stream it. And then apparently, I started an airplane liftoff in my room because my PS4 was just acting like a Boeing 737. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I was going to play just with that noise in mind, but then some folks were kind of like annoyed. So I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Let me turn off the stream.
KG used the drop shadow. It looked better. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but so people were annoyed, and I'm like, all right, I'll end the stream and fix it. And then, obviously I opened up the PlayStation because, pretty much the plan was to go through the fans, the PCU just to make sure everything was clean. I take out the left side of the screw, and then the right one, strip. Done. Fucked. So I'm going to try a method tomorrow that will try to fix it. And if I'm able to do that, which is actually speaking of tomorrow, that's when my silver paste comes in. So I can, fix the, reapply some of that onto the, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the CPU, correct?
CPU and GPU. There's two spots.
CPU and GPU. Well, in that case, the plan is to reapply the thermal paste onto that, and then test the fear of whether or not that is the reason. Although after the fact, although considering, when I initially cleaned my PlayStation 4, I cleaned out my entire fan and every save point. I cleaned out the PCU, obviously not on the actual CPU, PCU, it's PSU itself, because that'd be bad. But what I mean by that is, I mean the area where it's safe to.
Donnie wants a link to 123.
I don't have that link. Sorry.
The
I
only
have the
reason
link here. Hold on, let me give it to
the
you.
only reason I suggested that drop shadow, by the way, is because in the picture there's a light source above Ash and Go. So my brain.
That's all I was trying to do. The brightness one, not the dark
Yeah,
shadow.
yeah. Well, not the dark shadow, obviously not, but yeah. Like where you are right now is actually pretty good.
Okay, here we go. Donnie, where are you at though? I'll link the music video in the JPR Discord under Pokemon anime, because theoretically it is a Pokemon anime thing. So there you go.
Yeah,
buddy.
Joey, I'm getting tomorrow. I'm getting the Arctic Solar 5 pace.
All right, so I think I finished with the image, by the way.
Right.
Beautiful
Actually, remember just give my opinion
Right.
about the actual game, because that's what people are asking for, not about my PlayStation.
Right.
Well, I mean,
anyway,
to be fair, if you want to play your game, your PlayStation needs to work.
All right, so here's the Cliff Note version. My PS4 just pretty much needs a reappliement of the thermal paste, and if that works, great. If not, then fuck. Anyways, now for the game. I may have not played the game, but I have looked up, without obviously not too much of the spoilers, because I like to keep myself spoiler free as possible. I decided to look up like various gameplay videos, articles, and you name it, everything. And just from my observation of like the post-release gameplay, shout out to Tyrone who actually told me about this, which I never really would have guessed. Apparently, the game is actually kind of somewhat poorly optimized because of the inconsistencies in the FPS, which I thought was kind of weird because Insane Trilogy and Nitro Fury never really seemed to have that problem. And yet those games were, I think, just made from the same company. So I'm not sure it was because they weren't used to a certain engine or what, but apparently that's an issue. But for the game itself, from what I heard, the game, various amounts of people in the media have said that, hey, Crash 4 mostly feels like classic Crash, because the way with the mechanics, the way that you advance from one point from another and from each stage, and the fact that the levels are kind of very vibrant and pay respects to like the older games in a way. Like you'll see references from like certain games like Wrath of Cortex. They make references to the third game, second, first. So in a way, it's very nostalgic, but it also does a very good job of implementing characters from within the series that you would never expect to play as. Like for example, who the fuck would have thought that you could play Dignodile of all characters and Cortex for like a certain amount of levels? So it does a very good job of like utilizing other characters than just fucking Crash. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with just playing Crash, but it never hurts to actually, put your feet into the pool of like playing other characters and trying out their specific moves.
Well, it kind of reminds me of Spiral Year of the Dragon.
And of course, since it is a Crash game, Crash 4 specifically insists on the precision, which if you saw Tyrone stream, you would know that it's a little bit inconsistent sometimes. And according to my playthrough, where the precision, where we thought we had it, and then the game told us, no, you don't have it. So it relies very instinctively on the precision, which doesn't really surprise me. But it's not as bad as Insane Trilogy, apparently, with the Swipper controls. But overall, if you really want my opinion, I think the game is good. If you want to give it a chance and you're familiar with Crash, then you can definitely, pick up the game. And I can guarantee you, it might be a little bit harder first, because apparently that's the whole point of it. But if you give it a chance, if you understand what it's going for, then you're going to get yourself a great game that has really quick and challenging platforming sequences that really channel the original Crash games, which is what I mentioned earlier. But of course, it's not just a straight up copy. It also tries to put in like new ideas, and obviously, of course, the visually beautiful, stimulating environmental art of the game is just amazing. And there's actually the replay value of the levels. Like for example, if you're finished with one level, there's actually a value in going back to that level to replay them, because the gemstones, the time trials, and the inverted mirror levels, which in case if you're curious about what it is, it's basically a different way of playing the game. I mean, different way of playing the level, but just on a different graphical standpoint, which can't pull up an image right now, but look it up and it looks pretty cool. I will say though, the one bad thing I could say before I end my review is that from what I heard as well, the detection feels kind of it basically in a nutshell, it all comes down to the precision. If your precision is not exact as they want you to have, then you'll get some bullshit deaths, or as one person liked to call it, cheat deaths. So overall, it's your average crash game, but it does a very good job in one of the areas. And as a matter of fact, I would even argue that yes, while Insane Trilogy was a remake, it actually does a better job in some aspects than what Insane Trilogy did. So overall, I think if you decide to purchase the game, you'll be more than happy with your purchase, and you gain tons of levels too. So it gives you time to beat this beast in 8 hours. So overall, I recommend the game wholeheartedly.
The problem is trying to play a platformer meant for 60 FPS in the 40s is not good. That proves if the platform doesn't run the game at 60, then you should at least do 30. That's the problem, and that's the thing. The problem is if you have a variable frame rate, that can mess up frame timings and jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Because at least if you have VSync, well, VSync usually means 60 hertz. If you have it at least 60 or at least 30, at least the timings are more consistent when jumping. So I just don't understand why that's a thing. Like if it's above 60, then okay, that's understandable. But if it's not, it doesn't even reach 60, but it's more than 30, then just leave it at 30. There's really no reason to have it at 60 if it can't run it. Which kind of reminds me of Titanfall.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird too because again, Toys for Bob was responsible for Nitro Fuel, and Nitro Fuel never had problems. And they were also responsible somewhat, I believe, into Insane Trilogy. But those two other games, from what I know, because I played them, they never had that problem with the FPS. I mean, as a matter of fact, Insane Trilogy was on a set number, so was Nitro Fuel. So I don't understand, unless there is something different that they really wanted to try in the development, which happens. But I don't understand how you could go from that to here, where it's not even at a set number. It's really inconsistent, which, like you said, fucks with the fact that it's a platformer and you need that certain frame rate to be at a certain number, because when you're making a jump from point A to point B, you might make it to your eyes, but the game feels like, oh no, you didn't make it because we can't even get our shit straight. So
it's like a game that was made for PS5 and they ended up releasing it on the PS4, and clearly it was never meant to run on
well,
PS4.
Ironically enough, and I say ironically for a reason, there was actually some, well, not really news. It's more like hey, people found this in the website code or whatever. But actually, no, it wasn't even website code. It was actually from the ESRB or whatever. But basically, they came up with an ESRB rating for the Series X port of the game. Because normally when that happens, that pretty much means that the idea of the port is real. But of course, I don't expect there to be like an immediate announcement anytime soon. Now, of course, you might be thinking, well, what was the one for the PS5? Well, I mean, the game's never going to come to the PS5 as a port. I would find it hard to believe that it's not going to come to that piece of hardware.
Microsoft bought
pretty much anything that's going to come out. Pretty much anything that's come out already or is coming out in these few months is going to import to the PS5 as well.
Right.
That's the problem with the the generational gap games. I think that's the problem Nintendo had between the Wii and the Wii U.
Yes. Pretty much anything that came out on the Wii U during that short span of time came out on the Switch. That's why we got so many deluxe editions.
Oh no, yeah, I agree. But I guess real quick, because I know we're running out of time. It's definitely going to come to PS5. Like I said, I find it very hard to believe that it's not. And plus, they've already said that, and I'm kind of curious what that 1% is. But basically, they say that 99% of the PS4 library is going to be onto the PS5. Now, of course, like I said, who the fuck is the 1% that's being excluded? I have no idea. Do I really care? Well, as long as it's not the games I usually like to play, then, No, not really. But I think it will definitely find its way to the PS5. It will be an interesting decision that they didn't, because like I think either Tyrone or TSS said this game is practically made for the PS5 in a way, because look at the gameplay video, and like I said, the visual arts and the environment looks so fucking beautiful and they look so detailed.
I would imagine the 1% would probably be for maybe either the PS Move or something with the webcam.
Yeah, because I don't think it's like a general game. I think it's just something like that, as you pointed out. I just thought it was funny that they said exactly 99%. But whatever. But no, overall, in a nutshell, Crash 4, while it does have its trouble with the inconsistent frame rates, which I don't understand why, but whatever. But other than that, it still is a visually beautiful game. It still plays just like the good old Crash that everyone expects. Controls are pretty much the same. And of course, there's some new elements like the masks, which if you're curious to know, then play the game for yourself or hit me up on Discord. I can just tell you about it. But other than that, overall, it's a visually beautiful game. It's exactly what you expect. If you're interested in adding it to your library of PS4, or if you want to wait for the PS5, you will not regret it. Or Xbox, you will not regret getting the game. I can promise you that. That's it.
Snap. Crackle pop.
Crackle pop. Hey, there we go.
Did Kevin Thanos, or what's happening?
Thanos.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry.
Oh no, I'm pretty much done with my thoughts.
Yeah, I know. I was just making sure. I got everything here set up to go, and yeah, like I mentioned, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen to the Crash game moving forward. Or like, how are they gonna optimize it? How is it gonna run on say the ports into Xbox One, maybe PS5? I don't know what's happening there. Even Switch was supposedly one of the things that was also announced to come to that said console.
Oh no, yeah, that was found out through Crash's website source code. So it's definitely a strong possibility.
Especially given that Spyro also had the same thing happen to them as well, and a year later it happened.
I don't anticipate that announcement until next year. Maybe at the earliest spring 2021, or maybe summer.
Summer, I think it would make sense, honestly.
Yeah, because like the Insane Trilogy Switch port wasn't even announced until summer 2018.
Exactly, so they'll probably do that again. They did it with Spyro, they did it with Crash, they'll do it again with this one. I'm very glad they didn't do that with the Nitro card, because if they did that shit with Nitro card, I would have been fuming.
I think Nitro card just went directly to...
Yeah, it went on all platforms on same day. I mean, it's a racing game. Why would you want to separate that,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of stupid.
Yeah, so...
but no, yeah, go get the game. You won't regret it.
Well, I mean, your PS4 will regret it if you're not optimized well enough.
If I don't give it the thermal paste it needs, then yeah, it'll regret it.
Yeah, but I mean, do I really want to do that for Crash though, or should I wait for the PS5? That's all up to the person themselves to decide.
Okay, I'll answer it this way. Unless you're someone that doesn't have the PS4, then at this point you might as well just wait to get it for the PS5. But if you're someone that has a PS4 but wants to get a PS5, I would honestly, it pretty much depends if your PS4 is in that condition to run the game, fine. Now, I'm not talking about just frame rate. I'm talking about like, the thing doesn't sound like a gen engine, or if it's not dead at that point. So that's how I would put it.
Okay.
All right, then, Shant, do you think this would be now the perfect opportunity for us to go and wrap things up for the night, I'd say. I think we did quite a bit of discussion for today for gaming stuff. And as you guys already know, this is going to be the final week for us doing our reviews on Friday stuff or Sunday stuff, because now episodes are going to be released on Fridays moving forward. I still have yet to decide how that's going to impact our reviews, because now instead of like having to let people wait 24 hours, now people got to wait like 3 days just to hear our review, on an episode. Which, I mean, theoretically, we've done this already before in the past with the Sunny Moon episodes and beforehand with X and Y and Z. So I don't know. We'll see how things turn out for that. But I do intend to do what I've done with the recent episode of PM 2019 and do reactions to them here on Twitch. It was a lot of fun when I did that, and everybody loved the reaction on that stuff. So made me very happy. So I might do more of that. We'll probably have more watch parties of anime and stuff. Like I mentioned before, I want to do more watch parties on the anime. I mean, I still need to see Clannad at some point, but I also have all the fall 2020 anime to binge through, so that's something I need to do. Anything else in mind? Not really. I think that's pretty much gonna be it for what I have to say as well. Looking forward to whatever silly shenanigans we're gonna do moving forward with the pod, and looking forward to seeing how this new episode is going to be, and also how things are going to shape up for Ash and Go's character moving forward in this arc. But until then, though, we don't have to wait that long. It's coming really soon, so thankfully.
I'm excited to see. I know we didn't really talk about it too much, but I am excited to see where that scan is going to go because obviously it features more than just like the legends we were already expecting, like the Swoosh dogs and then Mewtwo. I mean, you're talking about the Hoenn trio and they're the ones.
I don't think it was Diamond and Pearl.
No, Diamond and Pearl was not in there. It was just
Black and White.
It was the
Oh no, there was Lugia and Ho. Oh yeah.
We'll get Ho. We've already seen them.
No, but they were in the magazine. That was what I'm saying.
Okay, well,
I think those might be the ones you were thinking of.
Right. Well, yeah, because the scan says that you expect to see these guys soon or something. So I am curious to see what their involvement will be. But until we get more information about that, then all we can really say is just wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when the anime stuffs legendaries in.
You won't like it when they start catching them, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunately the fault of the other series that came before it. Pokemon has taught us. Well, the anime has taught us catching legendaries technically is a no, but whatever.
No, in Sun and Moon, it's basically yes at that point because we had three.
Sun and Moon, they fought alongside the legendary. Solgaleo has a bond with Ash, but it's not his.
Ash has a mythical.
Well, that's because they rushed.
Mellow had.
That's because Sun and Moon played so much, and then the league came, and they're like, shit, Pokemon, fucking shit, throw in
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse the fact that it's still a mythical. It's still a mythical.
How many Pokemon we got? This many. Fuck. Give Ash Melmetal and Naganadol. Really? Yeah. Fuck it. Go. He needs Pokemon to fight Gladian, and then there you go. And that is the mess that is the Sun and Moon Alola League.
Yeah. A beautiful, beautiful mess, I'd say.
Yeah, people get annoyed that Goodra came back only to tie and lose, but at least it did its job. Its character arc was over after the whole Oasis thing. This was just throw those Pokemon at Ash real fast, make them super strong so we can justify a league in the win league.
Weren't you actually happy when that shit happened because you were the one pushing that shit?
Oh my goodness!
I remember you were saying you wanted to see Ash's Pokemon come out the league different that one time.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, his main team actually did with Decidueye, Rowlet, Torracat evolving into Incineroar. We got those. So we got a team evolution. That was good. I just know that and then Melmetal turning into Melmetal, they did build it up as Meltan's whole gimmick. It's just you can't ignore the fact that Ash is tremendously stronger than every trainer there, with the exception of maybe Gladian.
Yeah, Ash's Six Slime is always a middle finger in the anime.
Yeah, he's got Melmetal and Naganadel. If you add their stats up together, they're better than most of the Pokemon that everybody else in that league had, with the exception of Gladian.
Sun and Moon and X-Y were the guilty ones for it. Listen, man, if Goodra had still stayed, I think it would have been far better, man. But because Goodra had to leave early.
I always view that he's on Charizard situation with the Oasis. He can be called upon if need be.
Yeah, but it still sucks. I mean, I would love to have seen big boy Goodra helping out little Noibat. There was shit like that could have happened, but we never saw that.
I mean, and people tend to forget Gumi the Goodra isn't a fighter. He was meant just to defend.
No, that's what I'm saying. It would have been cute to see him take care of Noibat when it was a Noibat before Noivern. I know the Hawlucha Big Brother thing was, but you can't deny the fact that there still would have been cute to have seen other Pokemon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so this is something that all series, not just X and Y, of course, that's just an
Yeah.
example, but all series,
I
unfortunately,
mean,
suffer
one thing
through.
I will say, if we're going back on topic to journeys, like I get it. I get why they're doing it. They're promoting the games, obviously. And the legendaries that they are catching aren't like Ubers. They aren't fucking Groudon, Kyogre, and the big ones.
Yeah.
That'd be insane. But yeah, Zapdos, we've already kind of confirmed there's more than one Zapdos. So that's we can live with that.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I guess one last little comment. The Crash 4 advertisements are funny as hell. Like, if you go to their Twitter page, they were doing some in fucking Mexico, of all places. And
What?
those was, yeah, they did some. Well, the whole thing wasn't Spanish. I mean, some part of it was, but basically they shot some shit in Mexico to obviously promote the game, and I thought it was just fucking hilarious. So, first of all, it's in Mexico of all places, because I would never expect that to happen nowadays, especially with the pandemic. Two, the way that they usually do the commercials and the promotion for the Crash games, like, I just thought it was genuine.
And after that, Crash got Montezuma's revenge, so everything worked out.
Exactly.
Everything always works out.
But no, yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing those commercials, the one I mean, check out their Twitter page. They pretty much have all of them posted there. But other than that, we should get to bed.
All right, then, everybody. Thank you once again, everyone, for tuning in for tonight's session. We hope you had a fun one for the week. Next week, obviously, we will be coming back doing our review for the recent episode of PM 2019, as well as discussing whatever the hell video gaming is probably going to be introducing us within this week as well. Because you never know, Nintendo, for some reason, has been doing these shadow drops on a week-to-week basis now. So, I mean, anything can happen. For all we know, tomorrow they could just announce that there's a new game coming out, and then there probably is going to be like a new Nintendo Direct Mini or some shit like that. So, things like this are probably going to be happening soon. Watch Talentless Nana KG. I will. I don't know if I'll react to it on Twitch or if I'll watch it myself. I'll see what happens with that. But I'll keep you guys updated regarding to all that. So, yeah. Until then, everybody. My name is KG Prestige. Here with me are my pals for the night. Of course, Tyrone the God 3, our Farley Dude 97, TSS. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. In the description down below, you should be able to find the friends segment there. You can go follow them there and make sure to keep up to date with your daily shenanigans. Follow us here on Twitch as well if you have yet to do that. Also, subscribe to the channel to also help support our content here if you'd love to see support for the channel. And another way you can also do that too is, as we mentioned before, with merchandise. We also have merchandise as an option as well not too long ago. So if you'd like to go and support stuff via merch with either cool sweaters, shirts, hats, you name it, you should be able to find it in the merch section down below. So hit that little button and you will be brought to the page. And yeah, that's pretty much it for tonight. Once again, we'll probably be back later to probably play more Genshin, because I think that's going to be the only game I'm going to be playing for this month at this point, streaming wise anyway. But Genshin's a fun game, so I'm not going to, I'm not going to be mad about that. I'm going to have a nice, fun time with Genshin throughout this week. Also, Tyrone, did you manage to get to 20 yet?
No, not yet. Work exists.
I know.
Unfortunately.
You better be doing your dailies, though.
I would say if I was jobless, of course.
Hey, listen, man, I'm not jobless. I got to 27. I don't want to hear no excuses.
KG, I have a longer stream schedule than you, and you know that.
I make my streams Genshin now, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, don't worry. It's all jokes and games here. But yeah, let's go and call it a wrap for tonight. KG forgets the Pokemon DLC. Well, to be fair, that Direct was very snoozy until they showed off the music video.
I mean, the information there was just...
It wasn't even information. It was, as TSS stated, it was literally just a recap to what we knew. And given how they handled things for the Crown Tundra before, they're probably going to release another presentation closer to the release date where they'll probably dive more into the details, because they didn't show off anything except for the Galarian Slowking, which I'm kind of bummed out that that's really it. Bump of Chicken, we didn't forget. We just can't say too much about it because they're going to come after our asses knowing that.
Wait, really?
No. I'm just kidding on that.
I was going to say, even if we talk about it.
Hey, listen, man, I don't know anything no more. At this point, anything could get me a goddamn strike on this platform. But yes, that music video, though, beautiful. Just going to say that.
That video was so good.
I can't remember when the video came out.
The same day as the Direct.
Thanks.
Yeah. You don't remember the direct, Tyrone?
No,
Well, that
What?
shows you that it was a
I
boring.
remember the direct. I just can't remember what day that was.
We should have done a frame by frame breakdown.
So
I don't
many.
need to listen, man. I don't need to do no frame by frame breakdown. That
No,
entire
because like you would have had to see 70 frames of the guy's ass. That's the other one.
yeah. Well, oh no, that's the 1, 2,
One,
3
two,
one.
three. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Ah man, but
I like little stuff. Like I don't know if anybody caught this, but I like the Crown Tundra and Isle of Armor's posters that show up when the two main characters are walking off.
yeah, I
And
also like the subway and
Yeah,
whatever.
you see the Battle Subway guys and the battle.
Patty, whatever the fuck they
Yeah. Weirdly enough, TSS in a recent part of Black and White, you actually explain their names. But
Yeah.
oh yeah, and you also see the Battle Chateau girls. And I didn't know that in the posters that they're walking past, those are the Island of Armor and the Crown Tundra. That was actually pretty cool to see that.
Seriously though, Bump of Chicken for their lines and quotes and everything, like being metaphors, pretty much. I think they did a beautiful job with this song in general. I believe that this is probably one of the best Pokemon songs that we have had in general. I think this is such a beautiful love letter to the franchise. It's a beautiful love letter to fans who have been with the series for so long. Hell, it started off its goddamn music video with a reference to Stand By Me, something that most people won't understand at first. But if you've played the game back in its GBC days or Game Boy days, bro, that's a reference you never thought you'd ever see come to light. And to see them actually do that for the music video, and that's how it all began. Like that's beautiful. I love everything about it. God bless this music video. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for me. So once again, everybody, we'll talk with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everyone, and as always, make sure to have yourself an awesome day. Bye, everybody.
Chromecast with Google TV review coming up next Monday, and wash your fucking hands.
Exactly. Wash your fucking hands, cochinos.
Yeah. All right. Night night.
Night night.
Yeah.
Waffle.